young dudes is coming out, showing out, dropping mad.
The sooner you recognize the signs of autism, the sooner you can make a lifetime of difference for your child. Start by answering a few simple questions at screenforautism.org.
What up, y'all? It's Michael Shawn, and I know you want to be a podcaster. You want a successful podcast. You want to give your views and opinions, but you just don't know how to do it correctly. That's why you got to hit up ShawneeScott.com. You want to be on radio, and you want to know how to build your radio career. ShawneeScott.com. She's done all of this. I've worked alongside her for years, and I will tell you the information that she can give you is on a value level that I can't even put a price on it. All you have to do is go to ShawneeScott.com. Your future, right now. That's it. Michael Shawn. Yeah.
Michael Shawn and the TakeOver Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'm going to tap in for sure.
Tap in.
Tap in to the tap. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Tuesday. We made it to a Tuesday. Woo! Good morning, Kathy Black. I knew y'all wasn't going to make it 10 after. I was here.
Mike was there. Mo was there. Everybody was there. Everybody.
I'll tell you, Kathy, I don't know what to do. I don't know, Kathy, but good morning.
We did make it early, though. We said before the bottom of the hour. Bam.
We didn't
7:29, 6:29.
We said by 10 after. That's what we're going to do.
But then the flip side of that was early.
We never said that. We said 10 after. That's what we said. We said 10 after.
We said earlier.
No, we said 10 after. No, we did not. We said 10 after. That's Nikki
White Chocolate.
We said 10 after. Good morning, Nikki _White Chocolate. We said 10 after. That was what we said. That was exactly what we said.
Afro
Queen. Good morning. We said 10 after. All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You want to get on these comments? I'm still on IG banned, so I can't do the IG live.
Oh, man.
So I'm still banned off the IG. So
and how long is this ban gonna last?
To the 20th. It last what's today?
So are you free on the 20th, or does that the last day and you're free on the 21st?
I don't even know. I've been on TikTok so much I forgot. So we'll see. Maybe we'll be back on IG Live. If not, you can check us out on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter.
Can fan base go live? We could probably start doing fan base too.
I don't even have any
live too.
I don't even have any followers. I think I had 3 followers on fan base.
Well, we got to build. We got to build on fan base.
3 followers.
I got 6.
Black owned, right? Black owned.
Isaac Hayes Jr., the legendary Isaac Hayes, his son, created this platform for us.
I don't even know. Let me see. They do have a live option.
Jeanette Rochelle.
Oh, I don't know how to add y'all. I wonder if I would know how to add y'all on this fan base. Let's see.
I definitely would probably have to figure that out.
I'm going on there right now.
Tap to check out.
There you go. Tap to check out.
Don't ask me now.
I just tapped on Michael Shawn.
Oh, probably should turn that camera around. See what happens.
It's smoky.
Tap to check
They go
out.
live. Okay. Fan base.
Oh, my face is so dry.
I see the TV. I see Mike. Oh, there you go.
Get some lotion.
It looks clearer. Like it's HD. See, fan base is on to something.
Oh, my face is so dry. Let's see, how do I? Yeah, but I don't think you can add people. All right, that was a good try.
Revisit it. Yeah,
I gave it thumbs
revisit
up.
it.
Yeah,
we tried.
We tried.
I don't think you can add people.
Grand opening, grand closing.
Grand closing.
All
right. So, I forgot to put my eye drops in.
I'm gonna need you to get some. Yeah, because I hear the drip.
You are an old man. You sound like a.
Try to get my eye drops in.
I need my eye drops.
Matter of fact, let me get them in because my eyes are on fire. Hold up.
I gotta put my eye drops in. So the day, what is the day? The day is Tuesday, April the 19th. Tax day deadline was yesterday, people. So hopefully you got your taxes done on time. Yeah, that was fan based, Jeanette. Hopefully y'all got your taxes completed. What you didn't get your taxes?
I did not hit send. I didn't go back and hit.
Were you supposed to email your taxes?
I'm not gonna get a penalty.
Do it now because it may be.
Yeah, I can do it today. Like I'm not worried about it. They're so backed up. They're not gonna get to it.
No, they got your timestamp. Oh, trust and believe. They're gonna have your timestamp.
Yeah,
that's great.
I'm not gonna receive any.
But on the West Coast, it's 4 o'clock right now, and they be like, "Hey, look, it was still early morning."
Technically,
I don't think today is the day.
It was yesterday.
It was yesterday.
It used to be the 15th, but they put it to the 18th this year.
Yeah.
And that's why Kamari hasn't been on because
I'm not following an extension or anything like that because I'm just gonna hit send today.
All right, keep playing around with the government.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm not getting money back. I'm pretty sure I'm probably gonna owe them again this year if I owe them.
So that's why you ain't delaying. I literally just got mine, but all right, it's all good. That was what I was saying though. Tax deadline, people, so no worries.
All right, y'all. Let's get this started. How was your night, Jay Black? Damn it, I forgot about that. Shoot.
How was my night? I was being a pain in the behind for no reason. Typical me.
To who?
Let me think. What did I do yesterday? Yesterday was I was being in pain. I had good over leftovers though. That Easter food leftovers be hitting. So I had some leftovers. I had to go to the gig and typical day, nothing special. There was a lot of rain yesterday. The weather was real bad. It was so bad driving home yesterday. I got a little nervous. That's how I knew it was. You couldn't see. It was foggy. It was splashing. It was one of them. I should slow down and maybe let this subside a little bit. But no, nothing special yesterday. Come on, Mark.
Oh man.
You don't want to put eye drops in.
You don't want to talk about. I was driving and I got nervous in the rain.
That was the first time I got nervous. Legit. I legit got nervous. No, that was.
I should really slow down.
On that turnpike yesterday.
You should really slow down. Why would you not slow down in the rain? Why would you not slow down?
I'm still me. I'm still a guy. I'm still cocky.
Unbelievable.
Dumb. Just dumb. Yeah. Just dumb for no reason. Let me keep driving fast in the rain. Just dumb.
Yeah.
Let's see how this is gonna turn out.
I did get a little nervous. I ain't gonna front. I can admit
that. 70,
I'm man enough that I can admit
in the rain for no reason.
Because it would feel weird going slow.
Well, I hate when people are just going slow, and then people like you, come by and speed by real fast, like it's not inclement.
No, it's the reason why all the accidents happen. He's the reason why.
B. Holiday, Mike Shawn had posted clips of the Errol Spence fight, and it was copywritten, so he violated IG. So that's why he's on IG punishment.
They just randomly fucking with people every day. They just randomly grabbing
posted Errol Spence, and that didn't happen.
Still shots is different. Mike put up the video and the winner, and still, and Mike he did all that. He played the actual
Instagram.
Video.
Come on.
That's all they do. They just run around messing with people. I see everybody complaining like that. TikTok, you fucking up too, because now you not, when people say I'm unvaccinated, y'all not even doing the closed caption right. Y'all saying vaccinated. There's a lot of tricky stuff y'all got going on out here. How was your morning? How was your night, Sexy Mo?
I had a meeting after meeting, and I fell asleep on one of the meetings. I woke up, my phone was dead. So I don't even know. I don't know what happened. I was tired. I guess my body just shut down on me, and I woke up, and it was light outside, and I was like, I'm late for the show, but I wasn't.
You were doing too much. Sometimes you just gotta chill.
Well, my body made me chill last night. I fell asleep.
Take it.
I fell asleep in the middle of a meeting. So I hope I didn't say anything offensive to anyone.
Your body. I hope you didn't either, girl. Ain't nothing worse than being that sleep talk.
You the whole time, yeah.
That sleep talk. You cursing people out on the sleep talk.
I didn't wake up with any crazy text, so I'm pretty sure I'm good.
There was nothing. I ran every errand yesterday. I got stuff done. I still got stuff to do. Once I can't even take a nap after this. Once I get done this, off and running again. I missed my tax appointment actually Saturday, so I got to get an extension. But Saturday I had a 1 o'clock appointment, which is weird. That's why I missed it. I had it in my phone and everything.
Are you letting Kamari doing it or no? You guys
now I gotta
if you
really
file
just
it today. If you file today, you should be okay. You won't need to file like a whole extension, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I need an appointment. I can't. I don't know how to file these taxes. I don't know what to do with these damn things.
You better call Kamari.
Yeah, Kamar is not. See, this is what we hate. Kamar is not trying to hear this last minute bullshit that you're gonna call me.
He said, "I've been telling you for the last 6 months."
Yeah, like I'm not gonna.
He's gonna definitely talk about us when he finds out that we get late filing our taxes.
I'm gonna call him, have him file the extension, and then
can you file this extension real quick for me?
He's been telling you for over 6 months, and we knew that date was coming. It ain't changed. Every year, we know April, early April. You got.
And Jay Black even kept giving us the date for business owners, for small business owners, and
non-business. Yeah. Good morning, Desirable Accessories, aka Stacey Mitchell.
So there was nothing really. I watched basketball. I actually sat here on the couch and watched basketball with my daughter's boyfriend. She watched it with us, so we was watching the games. And we was
really embraced this dude. Huh?
He's cool. Nice
you
guy.
know, Uncle Jay don't like none of that.
I don't like dudes.
I don't like none of that.
I don't like no new dudes.
I don't care how nice you are, young man.
I like his family. I like his
I'm
whole.
sure some flaws somewhere.
Well, that's because he's human. Because he's a person.
Jacqueline.
He's a person. Jackie. Like he went out to get some food. Asked if the twins wanted some food. They wanted some food, but they didn't have it at the place. It's cool. I like it.
His representative's still there right now.
And as soon as you start liking him, she's gonna dislike him somewhere down the line.
But that don't bother me.
What happened to the guy?
You don't like him. I don't.
You don't. Y'all dads be invested.
No, you got me all fucked up. You don't like him. I don't like him.
We don't like him, right?
Yeah, we don't like him.
Yeah, I had to tell my dad. I'm like, listen, stop using pens. Stop liking these guys. Like, no. He sounds like a nice guy. He seems like a nice guy. No, I'm gonna need for you not.
We're on the same page, Don. Like Mike embracing these young
people,
new guys.
That's nice, though. That's nice that you are making
keep him on his toes.
And that's why daughters get bent over behind your back.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's why daughters get bent over behind your back because guys like, I ain't embracing no guy because I don't like guys.
So you one of them parents? I'd rather y'all have sex in the house where I can manage it.
Nobody said that.
Nobody smashing.
A lot of parents that think that it's better.
Hey, 1962. Hey, 1962. Relax, 1962. Relax. You're a fucking crab. Relax. 1960. You don't like guys.
So
nobody.
That was Mike's night.
I'm
Mike
not gonna let nobody in the house. Nobody come in this house.
That's right.
No dudes coming in the house. If you're gonna get knocked off, you get knocked off in the car like everybody else.
Oh goodness!
Don't try to use my bathroom. And do not actually use the bathroom.
Don't use my bathroom, man. Where's my porridge? My porridge is not hot. Woman, fix my porridge and take your. What are you? You're barefoot. You should be barefoot in this kitchen.
Yeah, I definitely be getting the Archie Bunker vibe sometimes from Jay Black, but
I'm driving 90 in the rain because I'm a man.
You just aged yourself. Who is Archie Bunker?
I'm a man.
No, listen, my son pulled that up. He was like, Mom, have you ever heard?
Get out of here, little
old, yes, he likes the old. He loves Bernie Mac, first of all.
Nice.
And he's like, Uncle Bernie said, yeah, he likes the old cartoons, the old shows. He's like, Mom, have you ever watched? And I was like, no, but your grandmother did, you know.
That's true, because Caden likes the Munsters. He went through the whole Munsters and Addams Family phase.
Yes, he likes all of that. I'm like, you definitely have been here before.
Yeah, man. So that was it.
All right.
We was betting on DraftKings together. I was getting my bets. Didn't do good yesterday on the betting game.
How much money
y'all
you
was
get
betting
yesterday?
together?
Yeah, we was talking about the bets on the parlays and everything like that. And that was dope. That was something. That's what I was doing, watching the game. I was eating my food and I was good. Do the Batman voice.
It's too early for the Batman.
You know his allergies messing with him, Mark. He can't do the Batman voice this early.
No, I'm good now. I took my allergy pill for the day. And all right, so to get to some of the stories, Dwayne Wade's daughter,
yes,
whatever.
Don't be disrespectful.
I'm not being disrespectful. I don't listen. Whatever I mispronounce, I'm 51. Y'all, that's y'all lives.
Come on, 1962. Come on, Archie Bunker. Come on now.
Look at him. Look at it. I can tell when Jay's been an asshole for like 3 days because he has his asshole pants on. Because you're not gonna win. But we can do it. We've done this before. We can do it again. We can do it again.
No, I'm just saying. You just said I'm 1962, and then you just went and said.
I just said I can't. I'm trying to keep up, but if it's not my job. My daughter identifies as being a daughter. My daughters identify as being daughters. It's not my job to keep up with everything. I corrected myself.
So working with a lot of undergrads and a lot of kids, the younger population, I will say that Zaire now, who would like to be called Zaya or Zaya, is transgender, and she identifies as she. Her pronouns are she and her.
Oh, well, great for her. This is she's 14.
Yes.
And Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union took a picture at a function at their house with him kissing. With the irony is that she identifies as a girl who used to be a boy, and her girlfriend started off as a boy and now identifies as a girl. Well, so the origin,
the boyfriend actually was born a young lady.
Okay.
And felt as though she wanted to be.
It was a girl. Okay, guys, don't get on my fucking nerves today. Just don't get on my fucking nerves. Listen, it's a girl that is now identifying as a boy. Which means they're a heterosexual couple.
What in the Wolverine?
That's heterosexual. Their origin, they're both. That's
so they flip flop. So they were born in bodies.
He was a boy, now he's a girl, and she was a girl, and now she's a boy.
Right.
So they are original copies of the book. They're a heterosexual couple. That's all I'm saying.
So what was the issue though? Like what you said they took a picture.
Kissing. They took a picture and they were smooching.
Yeah, and it wasn't like a peck on the cheek or a peck on the lips. It was like a full-fledged holding, embracing, full-fledged lip fest. And I'm like, it has nothing to do with them being transgender or identifying as something different.
There you go.
My parents are not taking a picture. First of all, I don't even feel comfortable with that, seeing that go on. Because I don't think it's age appropriate. If that is something that they condone, I have mixed feelings about that.
I don't have no mixed feelings. You're not kissing nobody in my house.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I have mixed feelings about them actually taking the picture and being okay with that. I don't think that's
wait. Mike is full of it.
I am not taking a picture of my son or my daughter.
You embrace the dude.
If their boyfriend or girlfriend like that, I just think that's.
I ain't gonna say mine. If any of your kids came home and wanted to date someone of the same sex, that used to be a boy, now that's a girl,
that's not,
and you would embrace like that's your you just said you riding out with who your daughter rocking with.
Jay, what does it have to do with them kissing in the house?
Because you said it ain't kissing in the house. You don't think that boy kiss?
Right. It's me taking a picture, Jay Black, as a parent. Are you going to take the picture of your 14-year-old daughter?
Oh, no. I'm just saying in general.
Their boyfriend or girlfriend like that. No, you're not. You're not.
Monty didn't even have a boyfriend when she was 14. None of my kids had a boyfriend when they were 14, 15, or a girlfriend, whatever.
What up, Ashley Newman?
So I don't know what I embrace Monty's as she's 18. I embrace her boyfriend. What does it have to do with me not being cool with her kissing at 14?
Back, Steph.
What does that have to do with anything?
Yeah, I don't think it has to do with the preference. I don't think it has anything to do with who they identify with. I think the picture is inappropriate. I think the allowance of them and saying, yeah, we put our stamp of approval on you being intimate like that.
When you were in 9th grade, did you kiss somebody, Mo?
At that age, Listen,
Mike, when you were in 9th grade, did you kiss somebody?
How old are they?
You said 9th grade. 14. So they're in the 9th
14,
grade.
that's not, no.
That's not 9th grade.
That is the 9th grade.
That's 8th grade, J Black, number
That's
one.
the 13, you're in 8th grade.
13.
Jay, what are you talking about? You're not in high school when you're 14. What are you talking about?
They are too young, Jeanette. I agree, they're too young.
No, you're not. My daughters are the youngest people because of what their age, when their birthday fell. They're the youngest at 15 when they went into high school.
Well,
they were the youngest.
So it depends on how your birthday. The average person at 14,
grade.
You're in 9th grade.
You're
13,
not in 9th grade at 14.
You are.
No, you're not.
You are. But I let somebody else tell
you want me to wake the girls up? Nobody's 14, a freshman in high school. That's your 8th grade.
It's 13.
All right. 13 is the 7th grade. Nobody. I was 13 in the 7th grade.
Yeah.
You're ridiculous.
Depends on your birthday.
Yeah,
but and
my daughter is the youngest you can be is 15.
You said you're not, so I'm saying there are people out there because I know I was. So and Ashley said she graduated at 17.
15. So whether it's 14 or 15 or I
just
have a
said
problem
in 9th grade you was kissing somebody.
But did you do
what
this
does that have to do with anything? We're talking about kissing in front of your parents and them taking a picture of it.
Did you do this in front of your parents? And would you feel comfortable as a parent, Jay Black, taking this picture?
Goodness gracious.
This is why they catch so much flack. It's nobody's business but theirs. So why is everybody in the uproar over this?
Well,
everybody got to have an opinion.
Because of the gender identity. We're not even talking about gender identity. We're talking about things that are inappropriate for a parent to allow their child to do. And I think that this kissing and condoning and I'm taking a picture of you, no.
See that, Mike? You can be 14.
Oh, Jay, they're 14 and they're kissing. Like, do you realize what the fuck is wrong with you today?
Just regardless of
God damn, the whole point of this is they're too young to be, in our opinion, they're too young to be smooching and kissing in front of your parents taking a picture.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all. Jay's right. 14. You can be 14 in high school. My kids weren't, but it doesn't mean that this automatically means that you're in high school when you're 15 and 14. You can be in the 8th grade and be 14.
Yeah.
Like
I think the boundaries. I think in their quest to
thank you, Afro Queen. Thank you for commenting on the point.
Yeah, I hate the fact that in their quest to show the public and show Zaire that hey, we support your choice in gender identity. I think their quest. I understand them wanting to show him support or her support, but this is not the way to go about it. Condoning any type of intimacy like this and hey, we'll take the picture or we're present for this. They posted it.
I don't like it.
So what happens when they take it a step further and decide to be a little bit more intimate and you guys end up teenage parents? Because that's just the gateway.
Wait, how can they get? Oh wait, because one is really
one has female body parts and the other one has boy body parts. So yes, it is very easy to happen.
So which one is the boy and which one is the girl? I guess
Zaya or Zaire.
It got to be the black and got to be the Wayne.
Identifies as a girl.
So that's the black kid. Okay.
Yes.
I don't even know if that leads to them having sex. All I know is, listen, when you post it and you decide to post it, and I don't understand why you keep opening them up to the critiques because now everybody on TikTok's going in and everybody on Instagram. I don't care. I don't care what your kid does. Honestly, and I said that to Mo in a text. I don't care what you allow your kid to do. If we're such busybodies, we're so concerned about what this 15-year-old, 14-year-old, whatever is doing. I don't care. I don't care what they do.
And you can.
I just don't understand. Wait, Mo. Wait 1 second. Just give me 1 second. I don't understand why you're gonna put this young girl, and throw them to the wolves when you know what this ignorant ass people are gonna say. Like, I don't get that point of it. Like, why do you feel like y'all posting it? Y'all already know the line. You know what's coming. But I guess they don't care, and I don't care either. Now,
Jeanette said that they're just trying to be
know.
supportive parents. What else can they do?
I just don't understand posting a picture of them kissing. But hey, I don't know if that leads to sex automatically. Don't know. I don't know.
They gripped up pretty tight.
I don't know. So there's probably much to do about nothing because they're going to keep doing their thing. Good morning, trendsetter Michael Shawn, the TakeOver legend from the research department. So go ahead, Mo. What were you saying?
So the thing I was saying in regards to just the leading up to sex or opening the door for them to explore further is the fact that kissing, touching, that's intimate. They're still learning who they are. They're still learning the unique feelings that come with their individual bodies. And for your parents to say it's okay, you're co-signing and saying it's okay for you to be intimate. Where's the boundary levels there? Like, where's the boundaries where they stop and say, hey, I think you guys are going a little bit too far. And it has nothing to do with gender. That's just a conversation that you have with your young, growing into themselves children, period. So
I think that's an assumption that they're okay with them having sex.
No. What I said is what they're saying is they're giving their stamp of approval for them to share in that level of intimacy. Something like that. Kissing is an intimate thing, right? It evokes feelings. And when you're at that age and you're still trying to figure out why your body is going snap, crackle, pop, boom, they're kind of basically opening a door for them to explore more. And again, it's still a possibility of a baby. As Jeanette is saying, it's still possible of a baby. Then what? Like, where's the boundaries? Where's the conversation where you say it's okay for you to identify as whomever you want to identify as, but the boundaries and the levels of sharing intimacy and us being okay with you doing this at this age is not okay. Why are they not preaching to them? And I don't know if they are or not, but by posting this picture, I feel like that's saying I agree and it's okay for you to be intimate in this way at this age.
Well, I mean, hey, in the grand scheme of things, it ain't changing anything, and it ain't changing nothing.
Yeah, but you know what? Other kids see this, and again, where's the level of social responsibility with that as well?
Social responsibility.
Yeah, social responsibility. They say that they're socially conscious people, so where's the social responsibility in that?
Yeah, I think people on TikTok talking about these kids should be taken away and put in custody. And
I don't believe they're not being abused.
Listen, I don't agree with the kiss. But what all these kids are seeing at 15 years old and 14 years old on social media is quadrupling what this kiss is. So the social responsibility, I'm not, but God bless them, man. I'm sure when her partner comes over, they're allowed, they're probably allowed to sit in a room and close the door. Nobody goes in rooms here in my house when they have company. Nobody goes in rooms. Nobody's going to close the door. Y'all going to sit on the couch and y'all going to be around the family. When Monty's boyfriend comes, he's going to sit on the couch right around us. He's going to be in the right here. And so they're not going to be any.
Is there an age when that changes?
No, nobody goes. I've never gone in a room in my mom's house with a girl.
Actually.
Really?
Ever. No. But I need to go in a room with a girl for it. And until me and Stacey.
So when you had company, wow.
No, why would I bring a girl in my room?
Because that's your company visiting.
No, they don't go in my room. No, I don't bring no female and put her in my room. Get the hell out of here. My dad knows me.
Allowed?
He said, well, yeah, I mean, I got company coming over. It's me and my company. It's like you can start off downstairs. All right, we're going to head upstairs for a little bit.
Do you see, Mo, do you see the hypocrisy? The daughter can't have a boyfriend come over.
It's different for boys.
No, it's not. It's not different for boys.
The double standard is real, and it is different.
No,
it is different for boys.
This is why I'm not the caveman Jay is. And shout to my dad. Nobody put nobody in a room. My sister didn't, and I damn sure didn't. The same rules go for everybody. Ain't nobody getting no privacy with a little boyfriend or girlfriend inside my house. Y'all
Stacey
sit
Mitchell
right
said
here.
she only had her dudes in when nobody was there, so she
Exactly.
The rules of the house was you don't have nobody in my house when I'm not home. Like,
but we not acknowledging that there are different rules for young men growing up than it is females.
I don't have any. It depends on what you want to do. Now, are there general rules that guys get treated differently? Absolutely. Okay. I just don't believe in them.
Okay, it may not be right, but as long as we're acknowledging that, yeah, we do let boys do more, then you protect the girls a little bit different.
In the house that I grew up in, I could not bring no chick up in my room. Everybody sat in the living room, right? Well, wherever the TV room is, because people call the living room different. Wherever the TV was, wherever the general population of the family was.
Now we're in jail.
That's general population.
Pop. Yes, general pop. Yes.
There was no going over here in the corner or whatever. I got no problem.
No. And no one was ever really left alone. Like, people were in and out. Like, no, there was never any of that.
Like, who got a boy? I think Ashley got all boys. I don't think they may not be dating yet. But yeah, do y'all allow your sons to have dates come over? And if so, are they stuck in general pop? Or do you let them have some alone time with their guests? My 20-year-old son asked about my company staying the night. Oh, so now parents, when you have your company spend the night, who is Mr. Such and Such? You know, and they spending the night.
Yeah,
I guess it's
if anybody spent it, well, I mean, of course, my parents have been married since, they were 18 years old or whatever. But if anybody ever came over my grandmother's house when she was single and ready to mingle, we never knew about it. We never seen Mr. Mike or Mr. Tony, and nobody floating out in the wee hours in the morning.
But Don said he was a sneak him in the basement kind of guy.
Yeah, the basement. That's why it's so difficult now. Kids got it harder now because there's cameras all over this house.
Facts on facts.
So
that's a good point.
There are cameras all over here. There are cameras where they don't even know there's cameras at. So it's a whole different life forming thing. And Janet said 20 years old. He wanted to know if his company could spend the night. No.
Oh, he was saying it's his company. Oh, okay. I'm thinking it's her.
I don't know, 20-year-old. I don't know if that's a son or daughter.
At 20, you're a full-fledged adult. You need to be on your own at that point. You want people spending the night. Cause yeah, that's a bit much. Now that's a bit much. But that's maybe me being 1962 mindset, as you say. I'm the old mindset.
Oh.
So you pick and choose when you want to be old school mindset too, though.
What is old school? Like, I'm just
you just said
fair.
You called me Archie Bunker or something. I said, and now I'm like, I don't know about that spending of the night.
No, you're not spending the night unless something happened. Like, I don't know, your car broke down and AAA can't come and something traumatic happened. Like, or like, I mean, there's circumstances. Are y'all living together already? But if you living in my house, I'm not gonna ask my company. I'm not gonna ask anybody to, can so and so sleep over for what? Go home.
They got their own bed.
Yeah, like, why are you staying?
Jacqueline says she's guilty. She let her 18-year-old son have company in the room. I don't think there's nothing wrong with the company in the room part. Like that's going to be a little window.
But
spending the night is different.
You won't even let your daughter have her boyfriend over. How's he going to go in the room?
Well, no, I did. I allowed that not that long. Well, not now because some stuff happened. I was okay with that for a short window while I'm home.
You just said you didn't let the boyfriend in the house. You said don't embrace him.
Well, no, I'm saying I choose not to embrace him. I choose to be difficult. I choose to let him know I'm difficult. I choose to let him know I'm not all wrapped tight when it comes to certain things. I need that to be known. I really do.
Why?
I really do.
What does that do?
I need you to know that at any point I can snap and go cuckoo. So I don't hide that. I got an issue with this. I'm going to question you. I'm going to make you feel uncomfortable with questions. No, I'm not no pushover, and I need that to be known. That's just me. That's how I.
But you're gonna let him go in the room?
Yes. So, but he in the back of his because I'm respecting her.
So they gonna close the door. So they can close the door.
I'm okay with that for a little window.
So you're not a pushover, but he can be in the room in your house with the door closed.
Yep, and he knows what I just said.
On the bed.
He knows what I just said. And it's for a short window. It's not all. It's a short period of time.
So when you say short period of time, how much are we talking? Because how long does it take for anything to happen?
If you're gonna do something, you're gonna, like you said, Mo. If we're gonna do something, we're gonna do it in the car. We can do it. It's a million places you can get it in as the.
But you gonna give him a bed and let him close the door?
No, that's not happening.
I'm gonna be difficult. I'm gonna make you know I'm cuckoo, but I'm gonna let you lay up on her bed and you can close the door.
Mm-hmm. So you're assuming that he's gonna go there, and I'm assuming.
Well, why would you lay him on a bed? That's like putting a piece of cheesecake in front of him and daring you to take a piece. Here's a piece of cheesecake.
All boys 18, 15.
I mean, at 18,
company
if you feel
with the door open. Okay, Ashley said they can come in the room but leave the door open.
Yeah, she's like,
yeah, the door open at least.
The door's open. Okay, so yeah, I can get that, but
I'm about to take the doors off the hinges.
For real.
You sound like my parents. Ain't no shut doors here. Ain't no locked doors.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What up, Slow? DJ Slow, your roll.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Don
Ain't nobody going up them steps. They already know. My daughters ain't even dumb enough to even ask. I don't mind you having company. Chill.
I am the product of teenage love, and so my parents did not play that. There were no boys coming over to the house, and when I got to the age where they were allowed, it was in, like Mike said, general pop. There was no going back. I barely even had girls, like, at that age, come back to my room, and we were allowed to shut the door. It just wasn't happening. Even now, Jay Black, I don't feel comfortable sleeping in my parents' house with the opposite sex. Normally, I'll get a hotel room.
So your fiance that you're allegedly about to marry, you don't feel comfortable sleeping at your mom's house?
Hell to the no.
You get your room instead?
No.
Yeah. Well, I like my privacy, but yeah, for that reason. But yeah, outside of that,
and if we do, then I'm sleeping either in my sister's room. We'll sleep in opposite rooms, but
it's because you're gonna want to have sex, and that's why. And you can't
it's just a respect factor. It's a respect factor for my parents.
But you're engaged. You're getting married.
Doesn't matter. And this is not their rules. This is just how I feel. This is just how I feel.
But I'm no fool. Plus the twins be with the spot. Yeah, mommy, they be snitching. They're not even dry snitching. They all right. Actually,
isn't that worse when you have younger siblings and they tell you business? Yeah, but I mean, I think that it's the comfortability level of the parent. But I just hope in this situation, at least they're having a conversation, a fluid conversation about body parts, about feelings, about
they can
things
help each other out.
Happen. Yeah. And hey, the Shaw can still get pregnant.
That's all Gabrielle Union. I
thought Gabby didn't embrace him.
No.
Her.
What?
So Gabby didn't. It was Dwayne that was having the struggles initially.
I don't know who had struggles. Maybe they came and they embraced it and they were good. They embraced it, knock yourself out.
I don't want to think about that.
But ain't nobody going upstairs in nobody's room in here. And we're good. And I embrace Monty's boyfriend. He's a cool dude. Until she don't like him, then I don't like him.
We don't like him at that. It's over. He's out.
We don't like you.
I like his parents. I like even when they went out during the week, went to the movies. I think they came back like 25 minutes late, and then I had a chat with him outside, and we were good.
Oh, you met his parents?
You asked
y'all talking on the phone?
No, I met his parents. They were outside. They came. They own a restaurant and all stuff like that. They were super cool. But he brought Monty home during the week. They came home like 25 minutes late. Monty said, "You're going to talk to my dad." So I went outside, talked to him. We settled it. We're good. I don't know about the cuckoos for Cocoa Puffs because I'm not gonna kill the kid. Like,
but you made him understand some things. Yeah.
They went to Wild Wild.
He knows you're actively in her life and that you care. So he know it. He gonna think twice about certain things. I get it. So he just needs to know
my dad was crazy, Mike. So they were like, yeah, your dad picks up whole engines out of cars and we'll do a hard pass on you.
I need my daughter just to be able to ask me if something goes on between them and she's confused about something. I need her to be able to ask me. Yeah, as uncomfortable as it is, as uncomfortable as it's gonna be, I'm like, You know, I've talked about everything with her that a dude will try and get you to do.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, I get it. You want the guy to respect you. But I've had parents, I've had fathers be crazy, right? And then it turns into, I'm not saying Jay's doing it. I'm saying for fathers who are just unrational, because Jay then lets them go into the room. So that's a whole different. So he has trust, and then I don't know where. But I've had parents.
I don't know what's the time period.
I've had parents.
It was time period.
Yeah. But I've had parents be crazy, like the dad be crazy, and then the daughter we become a team on how we can get away from stuff, and then we're like scheming together on how to get over on the crazy ass dad who's willing to kill me. And then it turns into like I never want. There's no perfect way to do it. There's no perfect way to handle these situations.
True.
There ain't no perfect way.
True.
So,
other than supporting and embracing your kids, if that's what it turns out to be, so be it. That's still your seed.
All I'm gonna say is when you put it out there publicly, there's gonna be some mean shit that's gonna be said, and I don't know if you even need to put. That's the only thing. That's my only word. That's my only word. So we're not even gonna touch on the interracial thing. We're not even gonna touch on the interracial. We have yet to even touch on the interracial thing. But yeah, this House of Little Guys is a movie in real time. Wouldn't change it. I don't know what that means.
No, her squad, her unit.
So then we got the road rage that popped off. Oh, how the tables have turned. What do you mean?
What do you mean, Jeanette?
I don't know.
Do tell. Do tell.
Keep it pushing. What was you about to say?
We got the road rage thing that popped off. This is, I mean, these videos between the cop shooting the person in the back who was face down on the ground, and then this is so disturbing to me, but this is the society we're living in. I think it starts off as self-defense. There's a video, the guy, listen, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all people now, we're gonna show the video real quick. Y'all can watch it. But play the video.
All right, here we go. It's graphic.
Very graphic, y'all. Very graphic. Very graphic. Oh, that's right. I ain't gotta do that.
He cuts him off. He gets out the car with a bat. I'm gonna hit you with this bat.
Jesus God.
So for those who missed it, the guy pulled up. There was some road rage. He cut him off on the right-hand side. And then the guy that cut him off got out with a bat to do bodily harm. And then the other guy he didn't realize had a weapon. And he let him have it and then stood over him, let him have a couple more rounds. So you cut me off. Now I'm feeling trapped. You hit it. You got a bat. You hit my car with a bat. All right.
There's so much wrong with this. There's so much wrong with number one. The dude's not trapped. This is why I tell you.
He was
people.
Trapped.
No, he wasn't.
No, he could have kept that.
He could have swerved right around him and went gone. He had plenty of space. He had an SUV.
He cut him off.
Let me explain. Jay, it's right there. He could have got. If he didn't have a gun, he would have got away. This is what I mean. When people have guns in their hand, they don't take every possible way to get out of the situation. He pulled over and he said, "Come on over with the bat." Now the guy was wrong for coming out with the bat, but the reason why he stopped is because he had a gun. That's why he stopped.
He stopped because he cut him off. He would have hit his car.
There's plenty of room when the guy gets out the car to veer around and go by.
Yeah, he could have kept
plenty of room.
If you notice, at that point, then he had to back up a little bit to go around him afterwards to get out.
He went right around. Promise you, if that was me and I had 3 kids in the car, I had my 3 daughters, and the guy got out with a bat, I would have got around and took off.
Yeah.
But because you have a gun, you're not going to.
No.
You're actually waiting for him to come. Fine. He bangs your window, you shoot him twice. Now, first of all, if you're in the right, you shouldn't leave because you're going to get in trouble for leaving that dude dead there.
You got your kids in the car.
He's not scared. He's not scared. He walks
temporary
back
insanity.
No, he walks to the car. But you're going to get in trouble for leaving the scene of a crime.
Yeah, that part, but
you're going to get in trouble. And if the guy died, you're going to get in trouble for leaving the scene of a murder.
Mm-hmm.
That's number one.
There's no self-defense anymore after you say that. There's nothing you can say when you leave.
He's been disarmed.
People panic and leave all the time.
He didn't panic. He walked to his car.
We don't know what his insides was doing.
Okay. After he shoots him twice, he stands over him and gives him the kill shots.
Yeah.
Now this is going to be murder.
now that's murder. Yeah.
It went way left.
That was murder. Please, people, miss me with the guns don't kill people, people kill people. Miss me with it. Because that dude was not in fear. He casually got out and banged him out. Now, if a cop would have done that to a black person, we would be up in arms that he literally did that. That he stood over him and busted him 2 more times to make sure he was dead.
Yeah, the extra 2 rounds. That's where I was.
But this is the world we live in. And everybody wants it. So I'm not even gonna get upset over it. This is the country that we're living in.
Right, Stacey?
What you saying? Shut up for me for?
Because you say you don't know what his insides was doing. You don't know how he was.
No, because people they get nervous, they react.
He wasn't
in the
nervous.
moment. No, I'm just saying you don't know. Well, you don't really know what's going on in somebody's
when you
mind.
Shoot somebody a bunch of times and stand over him and shoot him 2 more times, you're not nervous.
Not the part of the over the body. That's when it was. I thought was excessive.
Look, Jay Black's like he's pinned in. All he gotta do is go around him. That's it. Now watch him casually walk inside. Look, watch him casually get in the car, and now watch him pull over. Bro, watch him. Look. He never moved backwards. That's exactly what he could have done the first time. Once the dude got out the car, he could have done it the first time. Yeah. But granted,
he stopped because the guy cut him off at the same time.
He could have, if he didn't have a gun, he would have done exactly that.
Yeah. And as the guy was coming out of his car, he saw the guy coming out of his car with the bat. He could have done exactly what he did before he shot him. Like I think that was a calculated move. There's no reason why he shouldn't be charged with murder.
People in this country who can't wait. They get their guns and they can't wait to use them.
Well, why is people testing people? Why is people going through all that with the whole road rage and want to get out with bats? And
the man with the
you want all that smoke. You didn't expect that smoke to come back at you.
But this is
the
the
guy
same.
With the gun, he felt safe. He felt like
as he should have. That's his right to bear arms. But
dare you?
And this is why this is the same guy,
Jay,
who will throw quarters, who used to throw quarters at people's car. And then when I looked at him like he was crazy, but had no gun on him. Had no gun on him.
Had a stun gun and that was it. And I was throwing pennies, flinging pennies at the window. Pull over. You want to fight? Let's fight. Like there's dumb stuff when you're young. Just dumb.
As a reformed person, I'm a reformed road rager. Do you understand that you never know what the other person in the other car has?
I get that now. I was a lot younger. I don't know. We was in our 20s. I don't remember how old we were.
In your 30s.
But I just know.
But
it was a different time in the mid 2000, 2009.
People still had guns then, Jay Black.
9, 10.
People still had guns.
And at the time, you don't.
They had plenty of them.
Yeah, but road rage is real. But yeah, absolutely. Nowadays, you have to know that, all right, if it comes to you, be prepared for it. So it's like avoid it at all costs.
When you say be prepared for it, what do you mean?
No, like if you want drama with someone, you have to know that anything's possible. Like that guy with the bat, he thought he had the upper hand. He never once thought that, wait, it could be something more. And it's like, why even go through all that? Like, is it at a certain age, you realize it's consequences to your actions. So it's like, what's the purpose? So I get that part. And that's where I'm at now in my mindset. Like, what's the purpose? All right, you're going to go about your day, whatever. You can give me the finger. We go about it, keep it pushing. It don't have to escalate with me getting out with a bat because now I'm the aggressor. So anything that comes to me after that, I feel like it's on me. I got out the car with a bat.
Yeah, I agreed.
But at the time he saw the bat, he should have just took off. He had his family in his car.
But I don't know who was in his car. I don't know who was in his car.
Because you said his
I don't know. I said.
Oh, I just assumed it could have been his family. It could have been a daughter in the car. It could have been anybody in the car that he was protecting.
Whoever was in the car was screaming.
Bobby, I would say the right to bear arms doesn't give you the right to be stupid. But
the shooting over him. Everybody agrees that. First of all, that guy is more to his story because that was an illegal gun and he wasn't supposed to have it, and that's why he left. And of course, he's hemmed all up. And
whether it was legal or illegal, it still killed someone. So I mean, I don't think that.
No, but you have the right to protect yourself, though, right, Mo?
You also have the right and the free will to choose to pull off and not massage your ego.
Yeah, true. So let me send
because
the
you're
link out.
standing your ground against somebody cutting you off. We've all been there of failing our hands and the cussing and all of that because somebody cut us off in traffic. But to sit there in that moment and say, I'm going to stop this vehicle. I'm not going to keep going around. I see the guy coming out with a bat. I'm just going to reach for my gun and I'm going to wait because I'm going to show him.
Yeah. I mean, he said that was, that was in Puerto Rico. Yeah, that's a whole different animal in Puerto Rico. Whole different. Shout out to my brothers and sisters in Puerto Rico. That's a whole different animal out there. Like that's not a yeah.
But Nikki,
I live in the heart of little Puerto Rico and Philly, and these mofos are crazy and drive crazy. I pick and choose the smoke that I want. Yeah,
so we pick and choose. Y'all pick it. Do I'm gonna go crazy too, or am I gonna let this ride?
If you put me in a corner that I have to stop, then that's different. I'm not stopping. Dog, I got too much to live for to play with y'all people. Go ahead, enjoy yourselves. I'm out.
And that's what I was saying. Yes, when you got consequences, it's too much. It's too much. It's too much.
Dude, I can have 3 guns under my seat and they all be legal. They all legal, and I got the legal right to carry. First of all, I don't feel like killing somebody. Like I'm never in the mood to use my gun. If I can get away, I'm gonna veer off and try and get out of there. I mean, but
send me that story, Sean.
Like the road rage situation in Dallas, right on the highway, right in front of my apartment. One dude pulled out. He got out the car with his gun, but he made the mistake of, I'm gonna come out the car with my gun so you could see I have a gun. The other guy said, I'm gonna take my gun out, not to show you. I'm taking my gun out so I can use it.
Because I felt threatened at you.
And now they both couldn't wait to grab their guns. This is my thing. They both couldn't wait. Well, like I said, it's over. The genie's out the bottle. There ain't nothing you could do. Everybody got their guns. These cats are trying to make it that you don't need a license to carry a gun in Philly. Okay. Y'all enjoy yourselves. Y'all will only see me over there.
He threw a banana.
Here is the passage. Now is the time more than ever to stop engaging in violence and provoking other drivers on the road, because you simply do not know how things will end up. Recently, I got family over there. Carolina, that's not the way you say it. Carolina, Puerto Rico, a road rage incident. Okay, Florida man charged after shooting driver who threw banana at him in road rage incident. Moments after the murder early this month. On Wednesday, April 6th, the incident went down in broad daylight, according to the preliminary reports. An argument ensued. I will say that would be the next word, even though that's not it. I didn't put it. The next word ensued. It's a scary time, y'all. That's why I just love being in calm places. I don't need to be at no club. The whole every comedy show I see talent towns like, we going to strip club. I'm good. Not that I don't like naked women. I just don't want to end up Team Mike on this one. I carry all the time and have been road rage while driving and have never used it or shown it. Unless you corner me, it's not worth it.
And that guy was cornered. Action. The guy, he got cut off and cornered, and then was with a bat hit his car.
We saw the video.
He was cornered.
We saw the video. If he was so cornered, why'd he get in his car and drive right around him? He didn't even back up.
Because as you're driving, you get cut off.
He drove right around him. We saw the video.
If he would have kept going, he would hit his car. He had the curve.
And when he got out the car, he could have just drove around him. We saw the video.
All right.
Like, you can be difficult, but you can't deny what we saw.
We can agree to disagree.
How can we disagree? We saw the video.
Because he curved. He was driving straight.
He showed you.
The guy cut him.
And when the guy got out,
and when he stopped, because if you don't stop, you're going to hit him.
And when the cars were stopped, and he got out the car, he could have went right around them and drove off.
Yeah. Now he's like, what is going on? Did you see it back?
He could have drove right around him.
I see how the progression happened. I see the progression.
I feel like if you see that a person is crazy enough to come out of their vehicle with a bat and swing on your car, the first time he swings, you could take off.
Dog, once he gets out the car,
there's a whole lot of coulda, woulda, shouldas in the moment.
No, coulda, woulda.
Y'all all do that in the moment, and then when y'all face with it, you do something completely different.
The only reason he didn't move is because he had the gun. That's it.
I believe that as well. I think the only reason
Yeah, I
why he
ride with mine
didn't
right on
and
my cup holder too. Mine sit right next to him in the cup holder, or I got the little
Jay
magnet
Black.
on the side. Yes.
But for all intents and purposes, we're going to say right now, since you put that disclaimer out there, all intents and purposes, but you would never in a road rage incident use that as a method to scare the other person or to say, yeah, I dare you type of thing.
If
you would only use your firearm in self-defense, right, Jay Black?
I mean, I get when he hit the car with the, well, I'm just saying when he hit the car with the bat, I'm going to shoot you too. But my thing is, once he pulled over and I was there and I see him getting out, I'm going to go around him and I'm going to drive off. I don't need, first of all, I don't want to experience, let's get this straight. I don't want to experience having to kill somebody. I don't want that. I don't want that trauma. I don't want that on my mind. Like, I honestly don't want that. I think people watch these movies and think, what happened to Jay? Did he fall off or did he just leave?
I think he froze. Jeanette said he was frozen because I was wondering why he was so silent.
Oh, we all froze? Are we still froze?
No, just Spanky.
Jay said we all froze. That's what he said, but we're not frozen, right?
No, we're not frozen. We probably were frozen to him because, yeah, we're good money. It's Jay Black and his internet.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I don't want that. Like, let me reiterate. I'm just going by me. If I kill somebody, I got a funny feeling it's going to pop up in my mind again when I'm sleeping that night. That's just me.
Of course it would. That's traumatic. Of course it would.
Like that would bother me. But look, just be careful, y'all. Please, just be careful. Somebody cuts you off. Try not. Just let it go.
But you've already in your mind, had the scenario because you've already made the choice, the conscious choice to say, if something like this were to happen to me, I'm not reaching for my gun. There are people out there who actually reach for their gun for everything.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's a big problem.
And we decided we're going to put more guns out there. Yeah, it's a scary time. Did Jay come back with a gun?
I came back. I don't know what happened to my internet over here, but my cell phone, I came back. We here.
Yeah, you sound totally different now.
On the cell phone?
Yep,
yeah.
You know what? Let me turn my microphone. No. All right, wait. No, there we go.
Yeah, audio sounds trash.
No, because my microphone was still on. That's why. I guess I don't need this headphone and stuff. I'm trying to get the internet up, but
yeah,
I have no control outside of what I got right here. So we good.
Sounds like trash.
It sounds like trash.
I still sound like trash.
Shit that you would do to us anyway.
You sound like you got something over. You're talking through something. We sound crystal clear. You sound like mumble rap.
All right, let me see. Let me try something. Folks are crazy, Billy said.
I've been followed home by a road rage fool. It was bad for him. Yeah, if somebody follows you home, that's scary.
Yeah.
That's a scary thing. Now, somebody's following me home. Well,
what
first of all, I'm not driving you all the way to my house. You're not coming all the way to my house and live through it.
Yeah, I mean,
now
that
you got me in the fear
crazy.
Factor. You can't come all the way to my house.
Yeah. Now that's where you might see a strap. You might get pulled out on something like that.
Oh, Nikki White Chocolate said,
yes.
Like, you gave me hell about my audio.
Yes,
Get
Nick.
it together.
Get it together, Jay Black. Get it together.
I'm my cell phone, people. This is a cell phone.
It sounds worse now. It really sounds bad. And then the angle.
Get out the pool because you're underwater. Get out the pool.
You better not say nothing else to any of our guests.
Get out the pool. Oh man, my face. I got to go to the dermatologist. I got this discoloration on my face that happens every year around this time of season. It's so crazy. God, it's so irritating. What else we got? Oh, so if you're on your, can you still pull up you can't pull up any clips, can you?
Nope. I can't share my computer now. Not unless it's already in there, which is not. No. I could do that allegedly. I could do everything that's already there, though. Let me restart my computer and see what happens.
I think you should do that.
Do you restart your computer? And then we can get into our question of the morning. And if you think Jay Black was irritating you early this show, wait till we get into the question of the morning. Shout out to everybody watching. You can always check us out, Media Room 360, on every platform: LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Roku, what else? Anything, any social media platform. Stream the channel, make it happen. We're trying to get Jay Black had a melt his internet. Something went kukum. Bro, you ever want to attack this country? Shut down the internet and see how people will be running in the streets. Just shut down all internet access. Country will lose their mind. I don't even know what would happen. You know what they said? Before we get into the question of the morning, I don't know if this is true. Two of them. Oh no. What does that mean? Oh, he had to.
It was two of me. Shut up.
Ashley Newman, off topic. I see your girl Herpes Queen has a commercial running on YouTube and is still part of the show. She got a commercial? Herpes Queen got a commercial?
Herpes Goddess.
Herpes Goddess.
Remember,
she has
that
a book out and she has a contest. She was involved in she had the whole influencers contest. So maybe she won.
Billy J. Edwards said Jay Black's on the dial-up. Road rage ain't got shit on internet outrage. You ain't never lied. Shut down the internet in this country. People will be in the streets. People will lose their mind.
Yes.
All right, where are we going next? Where you want next?
Shut down internet service. Okay, question of the morning.
Oh, question. Okay.
Oh, no, you know what? Before we do the question of the morning, let's play the black guy spazzing out on black people. Can you play that one?
Yep.
Yeah, he lost his mind on black people hating on black people. I guess minorities hating on minorities. He went full. He was full throttle, people.
How can I make this big, dog? Let's see.
And he went in. So y'all listen. Jay Black can set it up. And it's not anything unique. Like, we've heard the spiel before. Like, I'm not saying it's not true, and I'm not saying, but we've heard the spiel before. So when he gets into it, but he's passionate. Like, he's got passion, and then we got to get into the question of the morning. Now, y'all can leave your comments. Get ready with the question of the morning. Listen, whatever Jay rubs you the wrong way on this question, direct all your comments, views, and opinions about this directly to, we got two Jay Blacks again. Oh, boy.
I turned the phone off. I gotta take the other one down. I don't know what's going on.
This?
It's
I'll
the
be right
internet.
back. Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
I don't even think I can barely deal with one of you. We're not gonna have two squares. We're not gonna have two squares up.
Let me see what's going on. Let me drop this other guy. All right. Let me get this clip. Did I lose all my clips? Did y'all get quiet again, or did I freeze?
No, you're still.
Why you ain't talking? What?
You're still talking because I'm waiting for you to fix stuff. Because what I don't want to see is two of you up on the screen.
See, we need Shiny. I think Shiny did it on purpose.
At this point, I need you to produce, produce, just for the day, just for the moment.
All right.
And I know Mike's coming back, so we can address
we still didn't.
The question or
did
the
y'all
topic
play it
today.
Yeah,
Well, no, we didn't play it because Jay Black, he's not used to producing.
I'm having some technical difficulties.
He's not used to producing, and he's not Shawnee.
Here we go. Facts or not.
Here we go.
We want to help each other. Let's talk about it. We hate on each other. We don't actually lift each other up. We talk all of this. It don't matter what the white person thinks. But when it really comes down to it, we don't help each other. So much so that black people don't even like to ask for help. We think that that's a sign of weakness. Like, you can't let your pride allow you to actually need help, want help. I'll do it on my own. I don't need a handout. I don't need nothing. That's the mentality we walk around with. And that's the that's holding us back. And a lot of the times, it be a lot of black people, and I'm going to get killed for saying this, but it's fucking true, that blame white people, and it's not on them, it's on us. And we don't want to eat that shit. And that's what I'm fucking tired of. Why don't we do that? Why don't we help each other the same way they do and stop fucking blaming them for some of the we find ourselves in moments when we have to take accountability?
You're right. So what are we going to do about it?
Stop hating on each other. That's where it starts. We can't slap each other at the other guy's event. We can't do that kind of shit, yo. We got to stop complaining about what we're not getting when we're not even appreciating what we have. And I know they're going to come at me for that, but we talking today. That's where I'm at. Yeah, their opinion shouldn't matter. But that's not even the fight. We got to get to the point where their opinion is irrelevant. Right now, it's not irrelevant. It matters. And that's going to be the case until we realize that the only way that we can get beyond this point of where their opinion is relevant is to actually genuinely be for one another. Period. We don't fucking want to help each other.
Okay. All right. Well,
We hate on each other.
Y'all go ahead. Who wants to go first? I've heard this spiel a million times. Who wants to go first? Go ahead.
I mean, where do you begin to pull back the layers of that onion that he laid on the table? First of all, I can't get past the delivery was a little all over the place. The screaming, I think that if you really want to get your point across, the screaming, I could have done without that. But he does have a point when he says, you know, we kind of are like the crabs in the barrel, so to speak, in society. A lot of times kind of reaching over, stepping on, dumping on for, for each other to get to the top. And we don't align ourselves with each other enough. I do agree with that. But we are not the only race of people. I don't want to take ownership of that. I think that that's a people thing and a person thing, more so than a race thing.
Okay, and
So
everything you just said,
back the onion right there.
everything you said, I agree with. Jay Black, what you got?
Lately I've been on that. We need to support each other. I never hate on people. But I merch. No,
because you got merch now.
No, nothing to do with Lady Q. I always felt like we should. Honestly, it wasn't until I did a little research on that Black Wall Street and I realized that there wasn't a time in the movement where it was for us, by us, and we really did rock out with each other. But the complaining part about what we don't have and being happy for what we do have, that is something that's just embedded in a lot of people. They want the next thing, be grateful and happy for what you have and build from that. So I'm with him when he's spinning that and saying we need to support each other. Literally, I saw that on Shark Tank, the Black Band-Aid company. And I don't know why that spoke to me. I went on the supporter board of several boxes of things. I'm saying I'm never buying another regular Band-Aid ever again. They got Band-Aids, different shades, and I literally posted because I'm like, dang, why not? Why not post and support other people? Why not order? I just got my thing saying my delivery should be here today. But yeah, I'm for it. Why not support? Why hate on somebody else because they doing something you don't do? You send a post about Will Smith smacking somebody, you're gonna get tons of comments, tons of this, tons of back and forth. You support somebody's business, it is like, hey, nothing. So it's just naturally in people. I think. I don't know why. Maybe it
it's
isn't
not
better.
Naturally in people. I think that as consumers, we're programmed a certain way. So a lot of times, even in our own community, or if we see something new from somebody who's not established, what do we say? It must be something to that. Did they cut corners with the product?
But why do we side eye? But why? Well, why are we side eyeing a black guy, a black business?
So again, I think that as consumers, we are programmed. We're programmed that way in society when it comes to our buying and the way that we look at purchasing things and the way that we look at again
contractors, success, vendors, anyone.
So that's why I said this is an onion, and it's like we're pulling back different layers of the onion to figure out the whys. One of the reasons why too is because we look at things with a skeptical eye. We are trained that way as consumers, as Black consumers. We're also trained to say, no, that is better because this is what society is saying is better. And I ain't going down there to Mr. Johnson's store because his produce don't even be fresh. I'm going to this big old, to the white man, or I'm going to the big store to get the real good stuff. Mr. Johnson's prices are higher. His product ain't as good. Not understanding that Mr. Johnson has to pay more to get product in his store. His inventory might be lower than it is in your Targets or Walmarts or whatever big name brand store you want to go into. So I think just a lot, it's so many things and factors that play into why we don't support our Black businesses or Black and brown businesses enough to where they can get that boost and survive and sustain.
I'm
Mike.
confused. The thing that I realized, number one, we're not going to corner the market on not asking for help. That's a problem that everybody has. Not asking. We don't corner the market on that.
No, not at all.
Like this is something that I think individuals as human beings feel as if we're trained somehow or another. We're taught not to ask for help. I don't know what it is. Speaking as a man, men are trained to suck it up and keep moving of all colors. Right? We don't corner the market on that.
That's trauma.
We'll
that's trauma and living in constant survival mode. And that is trauma.
And then my thing when he says, okay, so how about all the Black and brown people who do support Black and brown businesses? When you say we need to stop hating, aren't you hating on the people who actually go out their way to support? Like, it's weird to me. Like, white people don't literally walk. Now, listen, most restaurants will fail. That's just a fact. Most restaurants that open up will fail. And I never hear white people kill white people for not coming to support my restaurant. It's just when you take this on, and I'm not telling you not to open a restaurant. Go do it. But most businesses are likely to fail, no matter what race you are. But I see a lot of people going out their way trying to support Black businesses now, and they get no credit. Nobody gives them like, yo, I see a lot of people being successful on social media promoting their product. Jay just talked about the Band-Aid. I supported the dude who had the beard moisturizer stuff. I used to get that sent out to me on a regular basis. And then I don't know what happened. It stopped coming. I'm not criticizing. Maybe the business didn't help. But we really have this innate ability to never compliment ourselves. Like, we never compliment ourselves.
Meaning,
like, what Black business will we not support on this show? We'll put anybody on who wants to support their business. Leah Frazier, out in Dallas, all she does as a publicist is take Black businesses and she veers them to get more promotions. And like, I don't understand why we are so focused on like beating each other up for what we don't do. I'm like, well, this is crazy because
it's millions and millions of us, and if we all don't have that same mindset of wanting to support,
but
we all don't have that mindset of going
have
to
the
support.
same mindset, though.
Does any race have all that same mindset?
Why is there so much pressure put on the Black and brown community? We don't need to take ownership of that and say that this is what defines us. Black and brown people don't support people.
Yeah,
people
Mark.
who don't support other white businesses either. I agree with you when you say, Mike, that when restaurants open and then they end up closing, you're right. There is a difference. Black people will traditionally a lot of times blame it on, because my people ain't come support.
They ain't come out. They didn't support. They rather go over.
You never see a white person get on Instagram and be like, my Italian restaurant didn't succeed because you goddamn Italians didn't come out. No,
so you don't think it's truth to that though, Mike? Stop it. You don't think it's really no truth to that?
Can we give a round of applause? If we're going to complain about this, can we actually give a round of applause to what's going on in Atlanta? Can we actually give a round of applause to how Black people are supporting Black businesses in Atlanta?
They hold each other down.
That's all we did. That's all I did last week. So last week in Atlanta, we only go to Black-owned brunch spots, seafood spots, all of that. Even if it's not like the best.
See that? See the shadiness? Even if it's not the best.
It's not shadiness.
Because you came in there with a different mindset of you holding them to a different standard.
We come with an open mind to eat good food and to be around people that look like us, to support these businesses so that they can get up off the ground and be successful. But one of the things that we have noticed is that it's hit or miss. And I don't want to call no businesses names out or anything like that, because my experience is my experience. But one of the places that we went to that's pretty known down there for their seafood, they wanted to charge $200 for fried king crab.
But don't you pay that at the other restaurant?
So,
the other one is similar?
My thing
It
is
ain't
this.
black owned?
My thing is this. Don't sell people and tell them that it's fried king crab when it's lagoon.
Oh, you thinking they're cutting corners?
I mean,
I'm just
listen,
gonna I'm gonna leave it there.
And
if you eat certain food, you know when you are being cheated.
And then this is what people say. Black people walking, the first thing they want to do is critique. That's what people do. No,
nah,
that's what
but you
people.
we critique our people a little bit more.
White people.
You go in that Gucci store and drop that bag easily, but go into the black-owned store and now you got questions and you want to know the authenticity and you're questioning this and I don't. Is a difference.
You're questioning a brand. That's
I'm just saying in general, we look at our people and our people businesses differently and we judge differently. We do.
But you keep saying we and I don't.
You do. You just don't realize it, dude. Deep down, you do.
Oh, I give everybody a shot. But after I give you the shot, you have to take the critique like everybody else takes the critique.
Mm-hmm.
Like every fancy restaurant that I gone to, I critique it. I'm like, it was good. It wasn't worth the money.
Mm-hmm.
So when you got people lying around a corner, what is the thing in Houston that everybody
the turkey hut,
the turkey legs. So there was a guy in DFW who in his apartment complex actually rented out the activity area, and every Wednesday would sell his turkey legs. Turkey legs were amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But now if I go out my way to go get the turkey legs and I spend the money and they're not amazing, if I say they're not amazing, then people say, well, that's why black businesses can't. So you want me just to eat it and shut up?
Right. That's not
so
fair.
How do you get feedback? Like for Mo,
That's
you said there was some concerns with the food. Did you, I know you paid and did all that right. Now, did you able to send some comments or feedback the proper way to share your thoughts?
So
how do we make them better?
The girl next to me ordered the seafood egg rolls, right? They came out burnt. So you knew that they was burnt when you put them on the plate and you came out and you dropped them in front of her, right?
No different than Fridays.
But
anybody
instead
else.
of saying, I want to speak to the manager or whatever, she was like, hey, y'all, these are burnt. They took them back and brought her out some new ones, right? If you're at Fridays, and Jay, you've worked at some of these infamous places. Yeah. If you're at Fridays, the first thing you saying is, the manager is coming out and they're saying, we're sorry that it was sent out that way. These are on us. When you go go ahead.
I don't get Afro Queen. I don't totally get it, but I'm gonna read it. So Afro Queen, I'm reading it slowly so I can get it. I get what he was saying when he mentioned we don't ask for help and support enough. However, to ignore the trauma and the history that put us in these circumstances is got it, which is short-sighted. I get it. We're not the only people who don't ask for help. And this is the thing.
It is a sign of weakness. That's a lot of us think that. We think it's a sign of weakness.
That's what people.
That's why I said that about trauma and pulling back and going back and identifying why the behaviors are this way now. And to your point, I think that was Ashley that just put that comment up.
Afro Queen.
Afro Queen. To your point, a lot of times it's not about asking for help asking for help from people, but asking for the proper help in business practices. We can even start there. There are loans and things out there that people get that people of color are not even privy to, or if they are, they look at it like, oh, well, I don't need that, because they feel like that there's success in the struggle. You don't have to struggle that hard in order to start your business. There are avenues that you can take, but I think that for some reason, or not some reason, there's lots of reasons why we look at struggling and doing it on our own, perceivably doing it on our own as that a massive success. That's a sign of success. I struggled. I didn't eat.
I built this.
I
did this
hard. I built this from the ground up. Ain't nobody helped me. ... That doesn't mean that's success. That means that you're operating in a state of trauma and survival mode, and that right there is not good for the soul either.
And sometimes I believe sometimes it doesn't have to be trauma. Sometimes your dad just taught you that. Do it by yourself.
That's generational trauma.
Yeah, and you go like, oh,
That's unstabilized traumas in our community that have never been addressed, and we don't even know how to identify them. That is generational trauma. It's passed down. It's kind of like when your dad sends you off to work or your first job and say, all right, make sure you don't act up in front of these white people. Make sure you don't do nothing so the man could fire you. Like, these are some things that people's parents and grandparents have said to them, even going out into the workforce.
Now, so you see what actions are.
True story. When we got our home remodel, we made a choice to use a black contractor, and it was a bad decision. Not that we were never going to use another black vendor, but the service and the outcome has to be at least equal, not worse. And then black people then this is the thing. Black people complain too much. Dog.
But there's Italians out there who are not great contractors.
They're white. They're white. That also. But then but if we're going to want to compete, then we can't like criticize us for giving an honest critique of the service.
Yeah.
Like, we can't then make that a stereotype. All black people do this. I hate when comedians do it.
I need a hookup. So something went wrong. Yo, hook me up, bro. Everybody want to hook up, right? Everybody want a deal.
When I'm in a good financial situation, I'm not looking for a hookup. What are you selling that for? If I think it's dope, I'm like, what if I can't afford it?
Why do we feel like we try to talk black folk down?
So why do white people cut coupons? Why do white people cut coupons? Why do they cut coupons? Because they're gonna go to the place that's owned by another white folk when they go to the grocery store, and they're gonna get a deal. White people do it all the time. It's called a coupon. It's called a rebate. 10% off everything I do on Instagram. Every time I logged into these t-shirts, these supposed t-shirts that are supposed to be the most comfortable t-shirts ever. Mm-hmm. And once I logged on, the first thing that came on is send us your email address so you can get 15% off on this. That's a hookup. Like, I get it. I understand. Like, there are people who look for deals. But when black people look for deals, they always want the hookup. When everybody else looks for deals, they just looking for deals.
Or identified as cheap.
You're cheap because you're looking for a deal. Like y'all, minorities can't win. Like, you always want the hookup. Well, what the hell? We used to have our own and business that they stole from us, prevented us from getting patents. The way we learn to move is a trauma response.
Yes, it's a trauma response. Absolutely. Absolutely. But one of the things, I don't know who just said it. I'm trying to look for the comment.
There's a food truck. There's a food truck out here. This Puerto Rican food truck. They're out there. Food's amazing. Mm-hmm. Every time we see them, the girls yell out, "The food truck's here, Dad." And we go over there, and dog.
You talk them down?
For the portions, no. For the portions, there's no way to buy food for the family. To buy food for the family, I'm never gonna spend less than $60 worth of food. Mm-hmm. Now, when I really go in, it's gonna be over 100. Mm-hmm. Should I go on IG and be like, I just want to let y'all know who claim that everybody's trying to get a deal and get a this. Here's the receipt of me just going to a food truck and spending $150. But everybody will claim, oh, we always want to hook up. Y'all not gonna talk about me, because I already know. If it's dope, I'm gonna support it. Sometimes I'm gonna support it when it's not dope. Can we get credit for how many people we've supported that the product wasn't that dope and we still supported and spend the money? Can we compliment each other for doing that? Can we compliment each other for the whack ass movies that we've supported, that we've gone to see and be like, okay.
But do we go back? Do we give the that entrepreneur the feedback and still continue to support and hope that they learn and grow, or do we just shut it down? Nope, I ain't never going back.
Well, can we give?
I ain't never used them again.
Okay, so when I go to a certain restaurant and it's whack and it's white owned, and I say I'm never going back again, should I be criticized for that? That's all I want to know. I just think, like, the negativity, we keep saying, we hating, stop hating. But
it's not.
But what that guy is doing right there is hating.
With the comment?
Yes, he's doing the same thing. He's throwing a general blanket upon a whole race of people and saying, all y'all do is hate.
Nah.
That's what he said. He said, how can we change it?
Hold on.
So
I agree. Wait, hold on. For
Right
those
now,
who missed it,
it's not irrelevant. Help each other. Let's talk about it. We hate on each other. We don't actually lift each other up. We talk all of this. It don't matter what the white person thinks. But when it really come down to it, we don't help each other. So much so that black people don't even like to ask for help. We think that that's a sign of weakness. Like you can't let your pride allow you to actually need help. Want help. I'll do it.
All right.
We don't even help each other. On this show, we're helping Shawnee with her platform. Right now, we're helping to try and get her to where she wants to be with Media Room 360. This is what I'm talking about, throwing a blanket over everybody.
Shawnee has helped me.
We're a small portion, a small sample size of the world of black folk.
Who supported Rockefeller? Who supported Rockaware? Who supported Sean John? Who supported Fat Farm?
Baby fat.
Why don't we get credit for that? Who supported every okay movie that Dame Dash put out with State Property? Who supported that?
Our culture.
Who went to go see Do the Right Thing? Who went to see Spike Lee movies? Who went to go see Malcolm X?
We did that.
Wakanda. Who went in droves?
Why is it such a big disparity? Why is it such a big gap?
But why is it disparity that you won't mention? Chadwick Boseman. We went out there and supported Black Panther in droves.
Even though he didn't even own the movie, but because someone black was in it and it was a black main character and a black a screenplay writer, all of that we supported.
Social media damn near had this Puerto Rican about to put on a dashiki to go watch it. Dude, families. It was I understand that the white movie company and the white studio made the money.
Right.
I get it.
Right.
But that cast of characters that we supported, dog, we literally used social media to spread the word, and we took families. People took pictures with their families, mothers and fathers and kids.
You got the S. Smart.
So where was the black-owned movie that did that? So what was that black-owned film that we put it in that Black Panther
Oh, do we support
category?
Atlanta? Do we support Atlanta, the TV show Atlanta?
Yes.
Like, we got to get some credit.
Yeah.
We're watching Snowfall. It's getting renewed. John Singleton, rest in peace. We're supporting this.
Yeah.
Like, we can't
on a local level, Jay Black. I know, I don't know if you understand this, but it typically takes about 5 years to see some type of success in the restaurant business. Many people don't have the wherewithal, and it's not a black or white thing. People, period, do not have the wherewithal to go through that 5-year period and rough it out, and whatever happens, they still keep going at it before they can really turn the corner to make a profit and seek success. Now, you do have black restaurants or black owned restaurants who make that that quick money where you see all of the hype and it's great, it's
not
great.
Long term, it's not sustained.
But long term, going back to business plans, have they set up the correct business plan so that they or having a succession plan for their restaurant to even last long without it falling on the weight of the black community to big it up all the time and to continue to big it up even when it's less than stellar.
And this is the irony of the whole thing. We know financially,
yes, Tina,
that we've been screwed in the workforce on what we get paid. We get paid less off the door. So there are tons of families struggling. There are tons of single moms struggling. And all we keep doing. So if a single mom can't support your business, it's because she's hating.
She's buying something from somewhere, from somebody that she could. What they're saying is supporting each other as a whole. Like
so Mike spends.
I'm sure he's buying that weave and wig. We got that black-owned store, and I know in Philly, I was like, "Yo, I saw it on IG. They got wigs for days. Like, why are we still not shopping there? All the people loving wigs in Philly. They should be the main store, but I guess they still go into the other store. But why?
So I think a little bit earlier I discussed with you about the prices and what people, and Mike just touched on it, what people can afford to, right? Sometimes the person who has access to the distributors can get things cheaper than maybe a small black business.
And you can't get in that door. I kind of used to say, I can't get in that door.
I don't think that has to do with race. I think it has to do with who is giving the better deal and how I could best spend my money. So if I don't have $700 to go spend with Boom Shika, but I got $300 to get the same thing or better somewhere else, where you going, Jay Black? Because we know that you thrifty nifty. Where you going?
And I'm not saying that the gentleman doesn't have a point. I'm just saying it gets the point where you start, it get like we're the punching bag for everything not succeeding.
Right.
I'm not saying he doesn't have a point.
He made a lot of points.
But you can't keep using me. You're not going to keep throwing me into this group of people that I know I'm not a part of.
To some degree, you may not be all the way there, but there's some aspects that I'm sure you can relate to be like, well, yeah, I could do this more.
My barbershop. Do we not support our barbers?
Mm.
If I tell you how much money I spent at the barbershop, like we support our barbers.
I mean,
women get their hair done by other black women.
But
well, you get the Dominicans, yeah, and same thing.
but no, I mean, as I said, black and brown community. But you to your point, Mike, that's all the black and brown barbers do is cut black and brown people hair.
Like, give them some credit.
And so I think that there is a level of support. But Jay Black, from one of your points, I felt like it's wrong for you to put that weight of the world on the black community and say, oh, we're not succeeding because you're not supporting enough. We're not succeeding in these businesses. No, how about your business plan? Your business plan could suck. How about, maybe you weren't consistent on your food. How about that? How about I tried you 3 times and it just wasn't good. It wasn't hitting. Now, does that mean I'm wrong because I'm not coming back to you?
Reed Stacy, because that black folk.
I be in these streets selling, and I say it's $25. Then can I get it for 20? I say okay, just get a sale. But I hate it. But we're not the only people who do that. Mm-hmm. When white people go to buy a car and they go to Honda and they go to Lexus or they go to Infiniti, whatever they go, they are haggling. It is up to you. When you go in there, I tell them. They like, oh, they forever trying to veer me off. My car payments can't be over this. And then I just say, tell me what you can do. If you can't do anything, that's cool. I'll leave.
I think what she's saying is the majority of you go to a store, you just pay what the white man tell you, and you keep it pushing.
No,
you ain't really in there trying to really hustle them down, nickel and dime. And a lot of times, you just pay the white man.
So why do all those white people line up on Black Friday and would stand in front of stores for hours at a time so they could get deals?
There's a lot of layers
and
to this.
Listen, I'm not telling y'all that we have to deprogram ourselves on how we shop. Once again, I'm not saying this guy doesn't have points. He has points.
Mm-hmm. He had a lot of points that you ain't let finish, but go ahead.
He has a lot of points. What I'm saying is that we're getting used as punching bags for everything when they are a lot.
Yeah.
Listen, when Rob Johnson owned BET, did we support the fuck out of BET? We supported it so much that he got to sell it and be a billionaire. Yeah. Can we get some credit? That's all I'm saying. That's it.
And why does it have to stop there?
It doesn't have, but can we mention it?
I feel like we do support one another in the community. Can we support more sometimes? Yes, but I don't think that we should have the weight of the world that if something doesn't work out in a black business, it's the first thing you say is because black people don't support, or black people, my black friends, or y'all ain't come to my store enough. Well,
and I hate to say this, but I'm gonna do it because I'm be an ass just like Jay Black would be.
Yes, all racist.
Jay, if hip hop doesn't affect, why do we want all this expensive shit? Why have who has programmed us to want all this expensive Gucci and Louis and get Ferraris and Bentleys? Who programmed us to? Who actually programmed our shopping habits?
That's why I said that about the consumer and how we think about purchasing things earlier on.
I never had a thought in my mind that I would ever spend a few $1,000s on a necklace. Who trained me to do that?
Good morning, Kevin Kirsten. I think you always say you want to impress females growing up, and that's why you always want the latest and fly.
Who trained me? Who told me Nikes?
What's the dopest?
So you're telling me females told me that Air Jordans were the shit? That was a female that got me to
them, and
no, it's probably the local drug dealer who had on every pair that you saw he was getting in, and he had.
I'm not even gonna hold you. I did not see the drug dealer. I saw it through hip hop. Our shopping habits, we've
and
influenced our shopping habits.
Interchangeable. Sorry, not sorry.
I think you guys are absolutely right. I just, wanted to chime in because I got in on the tail end of this, and I, heard what you guys are saying about us, being a bit more supportive of ourselves than we've been, or than we usually are. I think, to Mo's point, first of all, this has so many layers, and the sad thing, I think, for us as a community, collectively, not individually, is it's funny how we have every excuse in the world when it comes to us being supportive of us. We really do. No other group, no other time in the world do we have any excuse about stuff that we see when it comes to other groups of people. We will spend top dollar being treated badly, being disrespected. And I say this with every bit of conviction that I'm saying we don't support each other. You guys remember when Timberland went on record and said, we don't support the Black community. And every single solitary rapper, everybody in the hood still went out and bought Timberlands, and we supported Timberland. Tommy Hilfiger, same thing. Grand Poobah was the only one who we knew of who was, Tommy Hilfiger on the top, blah, 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 putting in his raps. He got support from him. They eventually, gave him some sort of collabo situation. But he, again, was on record. I don't really mess with the Black community. Time and time again, we get where these actual brands go on record and say, I don't rock with y'all, but we still continue to support. However, Mo, Mike, Jay Black can have a simple business that we know of. We understand. They reach out. They say things like, hey, just do me a favor, check out my website. Or, just whatever. We won't support. We won't even like, tag, and or share the fact that our friends even have businesses. However, to Mike's point, because we heard it in a rap song, we will run out and get a worthless chain that God, bless everybody who rocks chains. Do y'all know how upset I get every time I see a Slick Rick photo shoot and he's still rocking them dumb big chains at this stage of his life? And there's no disrespect to Slick Rick and no disrespect to hip hop. What I'm saying is, let's be clear. What are you going to do with those chains when you get to be 70 years old? What are you going to do with those chains when you get to be 80 years old? Let's stop promoting idiotic and dumb things that supposedly hold weight and or make it seem as though we're doing something that's for the culture. We're doing something that's for the community. Because we're not. The fact that Mo has a wonderful business where she does weddings and does events and things like that, that's what we should be promoting. That's what we should be talking about.
Well, hold on now, because I don't get paid the big bucks like,
No,
some of these more.
But that's my point. But that's my point, Mo. The fact that you don't get paid the big bucks is because as a unfortunate train of thought of us, and this goes back to what the programming happens when we get on social media, when we see these nefarious things, we tend to go along with whatever the masses are saying is the thing to do versus, I got a very good friend of mine who is still in the starting stages of their business, and they require and need my support right here and right now. Why? Because they're trying to build something. Now, I hear all the time people go, well, it's your dream and you got to stick in there. And we do have to do all of those things. But it's interesting to me how we will allow other things, like I said, especially hip hop and especially these social media platforms, to have us jump on the bandwagon of things that are unproven. We have we don't have a nickel in the quarter, but we all over it and we all supportive. But then, like I said, when it comes to our own personal friends who we know for a fact are doing things, well, I don't know. Come on, y'all. Come on. And we don't talk about that enough. We kind of gloss over it and everybody goes, but it's not. No, it is a big thing, because when you look at most other communities, and I mean this because yesterday I had the pleasure of going to do something, and I went through a Mexican community here in New York City. And when I say it's Mexican, it was, strictly Mexican. When you get on the 7 train, like 113th, 103rd and Corona and all that up in, through that area here in New York, it's strictly Mexican. Now, I love my Mexican brothers and sisters because they are working hard. Everybody got a backpack. The women got backpacked. The men's got backpacked. Everybody's working extremely hard. But I bring that up because when I jumped off the train, there were nothing but people of their community selling to one another, whether it was restaurants, whether it was food, whether it was clothing. That was all that was there, and they were supporting. Do y'all see us able to open a soul food restaurant in Chinatown? Do you see us able to open a soul food restaurant in the Jewish community? It's amazing to me how, like I said, but when it comes time for people to do the same thing for us, well, now trying to come to our community, or they'll come and put something in our community though.
That's because we're accepting of that.
I
We're
know.
accepting of allowing anyone to come into our community and build and have things, because we don't even understand how we can control them not being able to come into our community. That's one. It's very different than if you go to your Chinatowns, your Jewish communities, they won't allow you. They control the buildings. A lot of times, most of the time, they own the buildings that they lease out to a lot of people in their community. So, and we don't have a lot of ownership. I'm not saying that we don't have ownership, but we don't have a lot of ownership. We don't own an entire block or an entire community where we can say we're only leasing our buildings to Black and brown people. And that's one of the biggest underlines that people don't realize. Yes, Chinatown, one of the reasons why, and shout out to the mobs, because they do have their own structure, their internal structure that allows them to keep their money within their own community. So
you're correct. And I'll just add to that and say this. If you guys haven't been to Vegas, or if you have been to Vegas lately, do yourself a favor and go to the Mob Museum. It's on the other side of Vegas. It's in what they call the old Vegas now. Go, and the reason why I encourage you to go to the Mob Museum is because, to Mo's point, it then gives you some insight into how and why we don't have businesses in their communities. The Yakuza, which is the Japanese mob, the mob, which started Vegas and certain other entities. When you go there and you really see the information and they have it laid out for you so you can really understand, then you really understand why it's so important that we do a better job of not only supporting each other, but making sure that our dollars circulate within our community much more than they do, on a normal basis. It is imperative, guys. I can't stress that enough. And like I said, I'm one of those people. I do my best to, but try to be supportive, not only in sharing and saying, hey, you should go over there and connect the dots. Hey, look, go talk to this person if you want to get A, B, C, and D done. Because yes, they're a friend of mine, but much more important than that, they have their own business and they require and need your support, because as we support each other, then we kind of got a global thing going on that we can build on and continue to make stronger.
I understand. And I'm just trying to tell you, I get it. We have to deprogram, and Black people are under a different target than any other race in this country. All I'm saying is there are people who are supporting Black businesses.
And I don't think the guy, he didn't say there wasn't people that wasn't. He said we needed more people to do it, is what he was saying.
He said we need to stop hating on each other. And it's always the blanket that Black people, all they do is hate. And we put this negative, like, dog, at some point we got to give each other some type of credit. Like, everybody loves getting on a microphone and just destroying what Black people do.
Yeah.
And my thing is, like, it's not fair off of all the entrepreneurs that have become rich over the support that we've given them. I'm not saying there's not problems that have to be changed and that we don't have to improve and we don't have to deprogram something that's been programmed into our lives since the day we come out the womb. But damn, to say all Black people are hating? Really? Because I'm around a bunch of people.
Did he say we have to stop?
Yes, he said we're hating. We need to stop hating on each other. Everybody isn't hating on each other. There are a lot of people supporting each other.
And I think his delivery when he first started, like I said, the shouting, and Amir just broke it down to where, you know what, I was in tune to listen to some of the layers of the issues, or some of the layers of why things are not successful, or some of the reasons why we need to put more energy into supporting. From the perspective that the other guy came from, just even taking shouting off the table, he started off with a broad statement, which a lot of times can be absorbed as stereotypical. And that's to your point, Michael Shawn, what you were saying about, it's not all Black people are not haters.
But
you lose people in that message when you make broad statements like that. When you say, or if you even push towards the narrative of, all black people hate, and we need to all stop doing this.
And then when he was asked the question, what do we do? You know what he said? You know what his answer was? Stop hating. What the fuck type of answer is that?
Well, Mike, you gotta.
Whoa. What type of fucking answer is that? We're not all hating. You're not even. What annoys me about people like him is they take a generic angle at something, and they milk it into the ground. And then when you ask them what their answer is, just stop hating. That's not the answer. There's an
is there an answer?
There's a problem with economy, unequal in finances. There's a problem with how black businesses can't get loans from banks the way other businesses can. There's a problem on wages not being equal. There's a problem in the way the urban community is treated and policed. There's layers and layers and layers and layers and layers of problems. Mo has brought up trauma that people aren't being identified with mental health. We're bringing up
just trauma responses, period.
Trauma responses, period.
How we interact and how we deal.
When your answer is just stop hating, you're an idiot.
Now, I'll say this, Mike. I think what also we have to, somewhat understand, and this is why, again, it's important to have these kinds of conversations, is we are also in a time right now, seemingly, where some people do not have the capacity to express themselves in ways that would be, to Mo's point, a lot more beneficial on a broader scale, meaning as opposed to just, like you said, saying, everybody's hating. Well, sir, can you expound on that? Or what do you exactly mean by that? So then people can kind of take the layers down, little by little. There is a lot of angst, there's a lot of frustration, there's a lot of moments where now some people, because they don't have the capacity to express themselves, they're using limited wording and or limited vocabulary to express themselves, at which point it becomes a turnoff, or it could just become frustrating because now you're sitting there going, to your point, okay, sir, now that you brought these things to the table, as you said, what's your solution?
You didn't think he had valid points in there?
Huh?
You didn't think he had valid points?
No, I'm not saying he didn't have valid points.
But I'm not saying he didn't have valid points either. I've said
after he got past the valid points, though, you did those and you gave bullet points that were so on point. Now, when it comes time to ask or expound on what the resolutions are, you went to not being able to express
the answer, Sway. He ain't got
he went to Kanye. I mean, you don't got the answer, Sway. That wasn't the way to go there. So you got to still expound. You did such a great job with your bullet points. You got to close out well.
The resolution.
That's what happened,
And Jacqueline she said she's a owner of a restaurant for 8 years. I've experienced so much hate and discrimination within my own people. Yes, people have hate and people discriminate of all races.
Yes.
Of all races. Now, Jacqueline, I'm not going to say, but in 8 years, have there been any black people who have supported you? So, because when you bring up hate and discrimination, can you also bring up the people that have? Wait. But this is what I'm saying. She said of our own people. If you read the comment,
but she's not black.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. So from our own, so then you can now say the people that supported you. I'm saying black people like my own people did this. So can you shout out the people who did support you? That's all I'm saying.
But at some point, every race is going to support. I'm sure. What do you mean? Everybody in the world ain't not supporting. I get what he was saying. I get the premise of it. I get it, and it makes sense to me.
So ignore everybody who does support. So the people who
I'm not ignoring the people that don't. I'm just saying you need more support from the ones that don't.
Yeah, and
so great job for the ones that's doing it as they should, and we appreciate it. Like I said, I'm focused on trying to find those black companies. I would love a black gas station near me. I swear to God, that would be the only gas station I go to.
My family owned one here in New Jersey.
I would love that.
A long time ago. But again, talking about politics in cities and being able to maintain and keep that business, especially when you're talking about something like gas stations and oil, because that's a whole nother ball game. That's a whole nother ball game. So again, people like you, Jay Black, because we know you nifty 50 when it comes to spending your dime. If I, as a Black gas station owner, a small business, and I'm able to get that small slice of pie and that contract that allows me to have a gas station in your city, but my gas is $5 a gallon.
But why is yours got to be so much more?
Up the street.
Hey, whoa. Stop. See what you just did, Jay Black?
I want to know why his has to be so much more.
That's haggling. You want the hookup.
No, I want it to be even kill. If it's $4 a gallon here, why yours got to be $5?
Wait. You just said all Black people haggle. That's his price.
No, I'm not haggling. I'm just trying to understand. Help me understand.
Well, I will say this, Jay Black. I think what tends to happen, and you know, this goes to a point that Mike's made and a point that Mo is making. When it comes to our businesses, and when I say our businesses, I mean people of color, we don't always have the same luxuries as other communities do. And because we don't, the pricing, the way that we have to make up the margins and everything else is usually different from other groups. Let me finish this thought, Mike. Is usually different from other groups. Now, for a very long time, I didn't understand that. I come from a family, especially when I was a little kid. My parents always had a material store. They called it trimming, materials and trimming. So they sold patterns, they sold material, they sold lace and buttons and things like that. Really? And this was since I was a little kid. My parents had three of those stores. They had one in the South Bronx on Union Avenue. We had another one on Valentine Avenue in the Bronx, and then our last one my parents had was on Grand Concourse in the Bronx. Now I bring that into the equation because as a kid, I didn't even understand the fact that my parents were business owners and or entrepreneurs as we understand it now. I looked at it as the job that my parents went to because everybody in my neighborhoods, fathers were exterminators or mothers worked at the phone company. So I just looked at the same thing. My parents work at the store. I didn't understand business and the concept of it, but I bring that into the conversation because to sell buttons, to sell patterns, to do what they did, they were able to do what they were able to do because there wasn't anything else like that in the community. We had cleaners. We had a store where you got the newspaper. We had grocery stores. We had barbershops, as Mike mentioned earlier. So when you can bring something to the community that may or may not be there, your pricing and however you price things is based off the fact that there's a need for it and you're providing a service and or need that the community has. When everything is even, you got a pizza shop and Luigi got a pizza shop and Mike Shawn's got a pizza shop and, so forth and so on. That's a bit different. The chances are Luigi and his crew, the prices that they're paying, not only for their rent and so forth and so on, is way different than what you may have to pay. So your margins go up and down based off of you having to be able to make sure you can make that rent every month. Make sure you can afford all the ingredients necessary to be able to make your pizza and to support the community. So a large part of what you're up against is those things being factored into why the prices fluctuate from situation to situation.
But this is my thing. How do you ask? So he needs to explain to you, the gas owner, why his gas is $5?
No, I'm trying.
I'm asking Jay. I'm asking Jay.
If it's $4 here and across the street is $5 for a black one, I'm trying to figure, is he price gouging? Why is it such a difference? Because usually gas prices are similar. And I mean, maybe that's not a good example for gas prices, but generally they're similar. There's not a dollar spike.
So I'm trying to take you behind the spout, behind the gasoline spout. And we're talking about politics and contracts in cities, okay? So when you're talking about a black business and having something, we're not talking about, a larger access form like clothing or anything like that. When we're talking about gas, those are contracts. Those are things that are negotiated with cities. You can't just get up to tomorrow like you did with your lawn business and say, you know what? I think I'm going to be a gas station owner today. Boom, bam. The next day I'm going to have it. It doesn't work that way. Okay, so you have to have your foot in the door. So now you have the building, you have the equipment. Now it's figuring out how you're going to get that contract to get the gas in the city and go through all of those diplomatic areas. it's going to cost you more than a company like Wawa, who can afford to take the losses and the gains and the losses and the gains versus you, this small gas station owner, J Black. So yes, the prices for me opening up this gas station is going to be more than Wawa. My risk factors are going to be more than a Wawa. So yes, I'm sorry, it's going to be $5 a gallon so that I can even afford to stay open, so I can afford to even get the gas in that I'm selling to you. It's so many different reasons why. And it's not price gouging. I'm not making probably anything, pennies on a dollar, if that, to stay open and provide this product to you as a Black person.
But this is my point. You asked the question, right, Jay? You're hating. You're hating
because I asked. I'm hating.
You're hating.
No, I asked for clarification. I didn't. I didn't say, yo,
so if
I wish I would.
So if you're selling a hoodie,
if
you're selling a hoodie, and that hoodie is more expensive than everybody else's hoodie, am I hating if I ask why, or am I finagling, or do I need a hookup? So it's okay for me to question the gas prices.
Your price is your price, but I would just say gas prices are generally, they all are in line with each other. That's the only thing I had.
But you do realize you'd be called a hater.
You really don't have small business owners who actually, like the one man at the pump who owns the gas station anymore. You don't see that.
You go to Citgo, you go to Amoco, you go to, these various bigger corporations who, to Mo's point, they have things in place to be able to combat what somebody who's a single owner would have to go up against. That's a big difference. And that's really where you see that fluctuation.
In Linden, New Jersey.
And everything that y'all have said, explaining why the gas station has to sell it. My problem is, if a Black person has asked a question on why, they're hating the Black gas station. That's my whole point. So if I want to know, why are you selling a hoodie that's $75? I just want, if I ask why, I'm a hater. I'm not supporting.
Because you don't ask Gucci why they selling theirs at $75.
Dog, but if I go to Gucci, and I spend $1,000, what if I ask if I got a hookup at Gucci? What if I ask if I go there and get a sale? Am I hating because I only shop at Gucci when they have sales? Like if you question something, Black people are haters.
I think that the reason why it's been dubbed that, or as has been perceived that, is to exactly your point, Mike. When we are fortunate enough to have friends who work in various other corporations, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, whatever, it is kind of, a different situation when you call up your friend who, is a big wig in Louis Vuitton, and they can go, hey, Mike, you wanted the whatever duffel bag, bro, don't worry about it. It normally costs this, but, I can get it for you at wholesale or whatever. That's a different, situation. In the regular everyday struggle, I think what tends to happen is it's perceived that way because it's the regular everyday struggle. And again, like I said, a little while ago, I think we just tend to not have a better way of being able to express ourselves when it comes to that ideology. Hating has become the term that most people use versus maybe utilizing something else to explain their frustration. Yeah.
It's the easy scapegoat. It's the easiest thing to say.
Black people don't hate
everything.
Black people don't help each other. Black people don't support each other. Everybody gets on the microphone and the first thing they yell out is they don't support. We hate each other. We don't look out for each other. So how is so many people winning? That's what I want to know.
So Marjorie said,
with the Jewish attorney, you want that one? Okay, that one.
No, go back. But Marjorie says, sad to say, but a lot of Black people want the hookup. So we talked about trauma responses earlier, right? And some people may think that, and I'm not saying all, but some people have been grown up with the mindset that society owe us something. They took so much from us. They owe us something. I better get a discount. Or my family probably built this place. Or I better get a discount. My uncle swept floors at that school, or at that place for 20 years. Shoot, I better get something. So again, when we look at the way that we view being a consumer, and it's not just for Black businesses, period. I'm telling you, it's so multi-layered. And it's so many reasons why we behave and react as consumers.
All right. Kevin Kersey, well, just give us an answer because I can't put you on because I want to get to this question of the morning and we've gone
I
long
can't believe
on
we
this.
didn't get to the question of the morning.
And I want to get do you want to send Kevin Kersey
I sent the link a couple of times, Kev. Just click on that link. You can just click on the link. I'll send it again. Anyone that wants to ever join, we'll always send a link out.
All right, let's do the question of the morning.
I might not even like your hoodie. Like,
wait.
Be that damn dope.
Hold on. This is another thing. And I'm glad you said that. God forbid somebody has a business and you simply don't like the product.
Yes. I ain't hating. I just don't like your shit. Sorry.
Just because you put your art in a frame doesn't mean I like it.
I painted this. I don't know why you hating. It looks dope.
Perception is everything. Everybody else might like it, but it may not be my twist. Shout out to Philly. That may not be my thing. It may not be my twist, and it's okay. I wish you well. I wish you luck with your product, but it doesn't mean that I'm a hater because I don't like it. It's not my vibe.
Society is based on hookups. Everybody wants a hookup. Like white people want hookups all the time.
And they get
it. They got friends in places and they get hookups. They got contractors they know. They get hookups. They got people who work in banks. They get hookups. They got people who are in charge of hiring in the front office at Amazon. They get hookups and they look for hookups.
She said she can't please everybody.
And yes, I have supported.
And some of us, let's be real and be honest, some of us don't want to ask other people for help or to hook up because they don't want nobody in their business or they don't want nobody to know before I really blow up because I want it to be a shock, boom, bam to everybody. I want everybody to see my glow up. No, sometimes in order to get to the glow up, the easier way, the more business savvy and more business sound way is to include people who may be more knowledgeable in that aspect of business to you. So sometimes it's a matter of holding our ideas and things like that close to our heart because we don't want everybody.
All right, Kev, I got to get to this question. And you got feedback going on. Hello?
Hey, Mike. Hey, family.
Go ahead, Kev. Give us, we got to keep this to like 3-4 minutes because I got to get to this. I have to get to this question today. But go ahead, Kev. Give us what you were talking about, what you want to talk about.
Yeah, you got it. One of the solutions is you have to build a network. And with that network, you have to relate to those who are willing to buy your product. And you're right. Everybody's not going to be willing to buy your product. You're right. That is true. But you got to build with one dot to another dot and connect those dots. I've had to do that for years. Plus, when you're Black, you got to grow your brand. It's hard work. It's not going to be easy. And, damn what everybody don't want to buy. You got to be concerned about the yeses and not the nos. And the solution is, as a seller, you got to push your brand and quit worrying about those who don't buy your brand. With all the other white brands, they don't give a damn whether you don't buy it. And market, advertise. And you got to get out there and push your name, your brand, on the street, social media. And that's what you have to do to become effective. It may take years. It took over 5 years before football ever blew up. People don't know that. So as Blacks, get off your ass, push your brand, and quit being concerned about those who don't want to buy it.
Got it. Yeah, so focus on the people that's supporting you and stop worrying about the ones who ain't. It's hard work, like Stacey was saying too. No, we appreciate it, Kev.
And listen, I'm not telling you give your stuff out free. You know how many free tickets I gave to comedy shows to just get people in there so they could experience it, and then those people wind up coming back for years. And those people supported me when the only financial income I had going on was the comedy shows that I built for years, and that they were still coming out every month and buying the tickets. These are the people I gave the tickets to that then turned around and said, I don't want tickets, I want to buy them. So I hate when people don't get the credit that they deserve. Those people who literally brought their daughters and their families and brought their organizations to the comedy shows and made them pay for it. That's all I'm saying.
Thanks for commenting, Kev. Thanks for jumping in.
Thanks, Kev. We got to get to this question of the morning. And you can stay here, Amir. Now, me and Mo were texting back and forth yesterday. I don't know where Jay and Shawnee were. They were busy. And she just out of nowhere
Yeah.
said, she sent this text, and I'm gonna paraphrase it. If your woman leaves the house to have lunch with her parents, do you find it disrespectful for her not to let you know her every move while she's out with her parents? Now, I don't want to paraphrase. I'm going to tell you exactly what I said, and then we can go into let me see where Mo, then Jay went crazy, and then okay, that
We ain't gonna skip over the part where Jay went crazy.
depending on
I
how
didn't know
you
what y'all was talking
roll.
about earlier. I just happened to get caught up later in the night. I was like, what is
Let
all
me
that about?
see.
Oh, they
Let me
texted. There's a
see.
lot
Let me
going on in that
see.
group.
Depends on no. Hold on, give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. I have a question, man. Okay. And this is my answer to it. No, Stacy, my fiance. I said Stacy be out with her mom till like 10 p.m. The only time she hits me to ask me, the only time she hits me is when she wants to ask me if I want some food. And I'm like, why? Did you not return a text or something? And then she said she was in a group and they said that. So I'm gonna repeat it. If a woman goes out with her parents to lunch, do you find it disrespectful if she doesn't let you know her every move while she's out? Amir.
No, I don't. No, I don't find it disrespectful. I think if you are in any kind of relationship where you don't have trust in one another, then first of all, get the hell out of that relationship. But secondly, at this stage of the game, if you tell me this is what you're doing and this is where you are, I trust you to be, a person of your word, and I'm gonna leave it at that. If I have to micromanage, meaning you got to text me every 30 seconds, we moved over here, we did this, we did that. That's too much work. And I'm just a firm believer of we all need our own time and space away from our significant other. So if you're out with your mother or your parents, then you need that time, and that's you're supposed to have that time. Simple as that for me. That's how I
Mo,
look at it.
I'm not even gonna read your text. You go.
A lot of men, and so I have this relationship matters group with a lot of marriage and family therapists or whatever, and a lot of them are men who are like 27 to like maybe 45 years old. So of course the difference in the range of the answers and the responses you get are always different, but it's to help you grow as therapists, or whatever. It's so weird to me that I got a lot of responses that they felt like, some people felt like it was like, oh no, it's disrespectful. Or I said, well, don't you find that to be controlling? Because I posted more so to the men, because the women were like, girl, bye. But the men, it was very fascinating to have such a different range of responses for them. So for me, I said my response back to them was disrespect is often not about the intent or whatever the other person did or didn't do. It's more so about what you view it as. So you might view everything as disrespectful if it's not done in the way that you perceive it to be or how it should be done. And I think that's what Mike hit on with one of his responses. He was like, people throw this word disrespect. Oh, you disrespected me because you didn't pick up your phone when I called, or you disrespected me because you were out and you didn't call me while you were out with your parents. You didn't call me when you were out with your friends. Some people look at that as a form of disrespect. I and myself think it's controlling. I think it's borderline narcissistic. Behavior when somebody thinks that, your every move needs to be calculated. If I told you I was going out to Target, but I went to Target, Walmart, and I stopped by the mall to peruse and get some things, that doesn't make that person a liar because they didn't just go to Target. So what do you say as a man, Jay Black? Because I'm gonna throw it up to Jay Black because I know that there's an age difference and a relationship difference. What do you think?
Me, I don't want to sound. Sometimes I can come off as, I don't know, is different thought process, mindset. I feel like I should be in the loop of certain aspects, and it could be a form of disrespect. I feel like it could be, they say happy wife. I think it goes both ways. You want a happy home. I think if your partner or mate has some concerns or need certain aspects in a relationship, and you have that ability to make things smoother and easier to a certain degree, I think that should be considered that person's feelings and that person's the way they move and operate. So I think there's a balance.
Me and you are married, Jay Black.
Amir, why are you laughing at me? I'm trying to be
Jay
strategic
Black,
with my wording.
You
They're not
and I are
sound
married, and
sound
I'm
a
not
certain
trying to
way.
disrupt anything.
But
you and I are married, Jay Black. Okay, I'm going out with my mama and my daddy to have lunch.
Okay.
Jay, you want me to bring you something back? You say, nah, you good. Have a nice lunch with your parents.
And I think you knowing me and we're married, it would be nice for you to text in between, hey, just the food is great over here. You sure you don't want nothing?
So let me get this straight.
That's not a check-in, but it's like I'm just letting you know, hey, it's like I don't know. If that eases that person, why not?
Why are you not at ease if she's out with her parents?
No, I may be at ease with Mo. I may be with Mo. I may be at ease, but if she knows that there's a chance, why not make it that much easier? So you come home you just got to consider the other person.
So you literally have to walk on eggshells and be like, let me make this text message because he just in case.
I knew he was going to take it wrong.
Okay, well, let me just give you the hypothetical. She went out with her parents to have lunch at 1:00. They get back at 5 and she has not texted you. Is there a problem?
All right, one more time. Say it one more time.
She went out at 1:00. I'm gonna give you the exact. It's so crazy. I got to give the exact times on somebody going out with their parents.
She went out at 1:00.
1:00. They get back at 6:00, and you have no contact with her from 1 to 6. And they get home. They had a great dinner. They went to lunch. They chilled. Maybe they went somewhere to the store. Maybe they walked around the mall. God forbid. Maybe they went to go visit our uncle that lives or aunt that lives in the area. Maybe. And they get home at 6. She walks in, hasn't texted you. Is there a problem?
I think there's a problem. I think there's odds, and I think there's a problem. I think there should have been some type of 5 hours, and there was just nothing. And when I tried to call, let's bring it down even if I called for whatever, I could have called. I could have called just to try to figure out, hey, I'm trying to find where whatever. I couldn't find a remote. Did you move the remote? And you don't answer. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like some type of dialogue or communication, if it's needed for that person, it should be considered. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's required, but if it's for that individual and that makes them feel comfortable, I don't see the big deal in sending that text message or taking that step away to call to say, hey, anything good? Yeah, and, like
why? Are you a kid? Like, does she have to make sure that you...
Obviously, in Mo's group, there was 27 to 45, and a lot of people felt like they needed to be heard. Oh. So this is not just Jay on the island.
I'm not saying on the island. I'm trying to understand the people men who think your way. I'm trying to understand, from different angles. Why?
If I came home and I was out with my dad,
I'm not going to throw no tantrum.
And
I'm sorry,
he's gonna throw a tantrum. Trust, he is. And this is the thing. If I came home, I was out with my dad. If a woman said you've been gone for 6 hours, I would look at you like you were crazy. You're gonna tell me, my grown ass self, how many hours I was out? That's number one, off the muscle. You're bugging. Number two, I'm out with my parents. I'm having a good time with my parents. You're still married.
You still got a smile.
I don't have to check in when I'm with my parents.
So any other time, your spouse is your main.
If you need something, if I can't find something, I will text Stacey, like, yo, Stace, real talk, you're not going to believe this. I really lost the remote control. You know where it's at. And she'll be like, well, check under the thing.
She
because
gonna
it
look
might
at
be
her phone like, I'm out with my parents and this nigga asked me for the remote. It's
but
by the TV.
Stacey's gonna go. She knows. She knows.
I didn't know where the shredded cheese was at. I wanted to do some air fryer because I'm left at home alone to try to figure out food.
Oh my God!
I'm trying to figure out.
He's left.
I don't know where the shredded cheese. Like when you be doing that, how do you do? I may need a question answered. It could be anything, but don't just feed me off.
Okay. But you didn't need anything. You didn't need anything.
I did.
You were good I'm telling you, you were good the entire time. You were watching TV. You found everything perfectly fine. Yeah. She was out with her parents, had a great time, and she came home. You're mad because she didn't contact you.
Didn't check in.
I
just
6 hours.
I just wanted like a light just to let you know I'm good. Everybody's good.
Check in, like
it's like not an official check-in. It's
and
not
you
an
give her the keys to
official.
your
It's
car.
not an official
Your
check-in.
wife is not your
It's
teenager
a
that
res-
you're giving
it's
keys
a
to your car to go
respect.
out with her friends.
It's a respect. I'm good and everything's good.
How is
Like, let
that
me make some
respect?
contact.
How
And
is
let me
that
check on
respect?
you. I'm gonna check. Hey, you good? Yeah, cool. You sure you don't want nothing? Oh yeah, we hitting over here. Like,
But I asked you when I
it's
left
a
the house,
respect
hubby.
factor.
I asked you
It
when we
is
left the
for me.
house, babe, do you want me to bring you something back? And you said no. So why is it disrespectful? My question is mainly, why do you find it disrespectful? Because I think that word you
That's
disrespected me is huge. When you're
yes.
talking about a
How I
marriage and
feel
you're in a
because you know how I
marriage.
feel about certain things. So you know that, and for you to disappear for 6 hours and not
Disappear.
make contact,
She's with her parents.
it don't matter what you, but you know how your person is. You know what
Dog.
what she likes and prefers, and if you
So
blatantly,
are you saying that even though it's
Right.
wrong,
See, that's why I ain't wanna talk
even
on this
though
topic,
it's
'cause y'all-
I'm asking, well, hold on, because I don't want to diminish how you
I-
feel at all.
Well, let him finish.
Go
Finish your
ahead.
thought.
Go
Finish.
ahead.
I'm finish it because I'm go ahead, Mo. Go. Because y'all
So
act like
abrasive.
it's obviously other people that think this way.
Jay,
She's
but
had it in the group.
do you think simply because it's what you need that it makes sense? Simply because you need it? Because I
It may
need
not make
alcohol.
sense to you. It may not make sense to the other individual, but if it makes sense to that person,
That
are
does-
you making an effort and making
Dude.
steps to try to make that better, or do you want to cause
If-
more disruption?
No,
for no reason.
You're causing the destruction.
If I need it, I'm not. I need if I need that,
you are. You need it.
But if I need if I
Yes.
need you to pop in and make sure I'm good, or you giving me an
Just
update on you,
because you
it's
need
a
it.
simple text message or phone call.
Just
If I
because you
need that,
need it.
what's the big
Do
deal?
you understand the entire world does not exist based on what you need?
That's one. And then the
But
second
I'm
thing,
not
Jay,
worrying
is
about the word. I'm worrying about my partner.
Your
I'm worrying
partner's
about my
entire
spouse.
life.
I'm worrying
is
about
not-
my child.
Your
I'm worrying about
partner's
whoever that
Jay.
individual is that I need. You need to check in for Monty. Monty been
Jay.
going to, oh, where you at? What's
Yes,
good?
she's my daughter.
That's your
Jay,
That's what you need.
She's my daughter.
out of curiosity, Jay, I'm just playing devil's advocate here with this question. Why exactly do you need another adult and/or grown person to check in for or with you? Somebody who you have decided that this is a person you're going to enjoy life with. I'm just curious. Maybe there's something. Maybe that's where the disconnect is for us.
Thank you, Amir.
It can give it can give some people a peace of mind. It can give some people a sense of security, a sense of they're okay. Everybody's okay, and it's a happy. Everything is fine. It could be as simple as that. Not necessarily a vital need, but it can make things a lot smoother in the breath of relief.
Oh, okay. Next question or next part to that. Is there something, and I'm just asking, that happened to you in your childhood or in your early development that causes you to think that way? Because it's sounding like the reason why you have that as a train of thought is something happened to you that has caused you to feel that you have to have that connection. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because this is a true story. My mom, when I was a kid, she used to always, do the same thing. Amir, whenever you go someplace, call me and check in. And I'm the king of the not check in. I'm just going to keep it 1,000. And this goes across the board for anybody who dates me. Don't ask me to check in.
Amir, we're almost at 10 o'clock, so I need Jay to answer that. I need Jay to answer that.
Go ahead, Jay. Was there something that happened to you, when you were younger?
Okay, so is there a past experience that makes it that a person can't go out with their parents for 6 hours without checking in with you?
I didn't say their parents. I just said to check in. So have there been scenarios where I might have been taken advantage of many years ago, and I may still have some of those thoughts? Possibly.
Okay.
Put Lady Q's comment on there. Another one of the double standards. He don't answer to nobody, but want folks to answer to him.
I do answer. I do.
You are full of shit, Lady Q says, because you know what I like and prefer and will flat out refuse to alter yourself because you are uncomfortable changing. You are once again.
If I'm uncomfortable.
Yes. Everything is about Jay being uncomfortable. Everything is about Jay
should
being
I not
uncomfortable.
Speak to make me being uncomfortable?
But people can't live their lives based on what makes you uncomfortable.
But should I not speak to that? I can't
she
speak to
said
that
something
point.
else,
You
Mike.
expect others to bend for you no matter how they feel. So if it makes her uncomfortable, that she has to do what makes you comfortable, you're
She can
comfortable
choose
with
not.
that.
She choose not to.
And then you'll make her life uncomfortable.
No, I'm gonna be me.
Yes, be real. Be
I
real.
may express my thoughts, but if she's uncomfortable, I have to respect that.
You
And I gotta
won't.
hold the fact that she's uncomfortable.
You will hold a grudge, even though she's out with her parents. She's out with her parents, and you will be mad at her. That let's stick to the scenario. She's out with her parents, and he's gonna get mad because she didn't check in to see if he's
I didn't
okay.
say I was getting mad. I didn't
You said
say
it would
I
be
was
disrespectful.
It is if it gives me some ease, what's the harm in a little text, a little check in? What's the harm?
As a grown up,
there's no harm.
I'm not gonna have Stacy do shit simply because it makes me feel better.
If Stacy gone for 6 hours and you want her to just to say I'm good, what's the harm in her? Because all is good. We just left the restaurant.
What if she just? What if
Let me know if you need anything.
What if she just forgot?
Later,
what if she's having such a good time with her mom, she just forgot?
And then that's when you sent your text, hey, everything good?
And she says, yeah.
All right, I got some form of check. Well, it depends on how she said, yeah. Was it just yeah, or was it we did this with like what was the I would
He's serious, y'all. The problem is that he truly believes you have to make him feel comfortable.
That's Sadie kid.
He fucked with. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna get it. That's what happened.
So she's saying that's part of the reason why you operate the way you operate. But I think Jay Marie and Amir, first of all, thank you for being my co-therapist today. Because you hit on something really key and about past experiences. Is there something in your childhood that happened that makes you that makes you react that way? When we're talking about disrespect, you're finding the action to be disrespectful. That's another layer and another dimension to it. You didn't say, I wish you would have, or it would have made me feel better if you would have called and asked me, during those 6 hours you was out. But I think that as a married couple, if your wife or your husband goes out and says, babe, I got lunch with my parents today. You need anything before I go? And you say no, and she's out and they're kikiing and having a great time.
And now I need
they
something.
Probably don't get to see each other that
and
often.
Now they need something.
What will you need?
And then what?
So
what will you
text,
need?
You can text.
I don't know. It could be anything.
You can text me as your wife, Jay Black. Text me and say, babe, on your way home, can you bring me back some razors or some soap?
Yeah.
Some ass? And I'll text back and say yes.
This hypothetical that I can't even understand the pressure that Stacy would be under if it's all hypotheticals. Stacy, well, when you're gone, if I need something, what if you're gone? What if I can't do this? God damn, she's out with her parents. Let her live. Like, go enjoy yourself. I'll see you when you get back. Lady Q said, if a check was based on him caring about me and wanting to know I was okay, it would be fine. But it's rooted in insecurity and what he thinks is happening because of his past.
And there is the ding ding answer of the
I don't totally agree with that. I think
I'm not talking about you, Jay Black, but this was the main frame thing that came up in the discussion with the roundtable discussion with these men, which was the insecurities, whether they derive from your early stage on in life, or whether they derive when you started dating other, in the dating pool as a young man.
Yes.
It's the insecurities that make you feel like your woman or your man has to check in with you. And if they don't check in with you while they are out, you feel like you're being disrespected because you don't have either control over the situation, or you're flat out insecure and your mind is doing the Jedi mind tricks with you. Well, she says she was out with her parents. He said he was out with his parents, but is he really?
You have to heal.
Really?
We have to look. Y'all heard me say that on here. Triggers and traumas. Y'all got to heal, man, and you got to let those things go. Look, I get it. In '83, you had that one girl who cheated on you, but that was '83. We in 2022. Mm-hmm. You better let that go. You're going to mess around and destroy what you have now based on something that you can't go back and do anything about. Look,
that girl probably fat with 5 kids and got a husband at home rubbing her feet and ain't even thinking about you, Jay Black.
But you know what? But once again, this is the bothersome part for me. is the stress that another person has to feel because of what I need. So now she's having a good time and she looks at her phone. She goes, oh, shit.
And messes up her moment.
I didn't call him and it's been 5 hours.
Right.
And you got to pick up the phone and be like, yo, you all right?
Right.
No.
Now you know he met.
Nobody deserves to have to be on those eggshells all the time.
It's not eggshells. It's just a simple check-in. It can't hurt.
For the
A
other
little
person,
light
Jay
check-in,
Black.
let you know.
It is for the other person, because what happens is you become so self-absorbed in what that person's insecurities are that you're constantly on edge, like Mike is describing. You're constantly on edge saying, oh, wow, 5 hours went by, 3 hours went by, and I'm having such a great time. And I didn't text this person. Oh, now he's gonna be mad. Oh, now I'm gonna have to figure out a way to smooth this over and make this call because I know hubby gonna have an attitude.
I would have called you if I think I'm gonna be mad. I will call and text you.
But Jay Black, you also possibly destroyed the moment for that person. And I was on something earlier today. No, hold on. I was on something earlier today.
It's always about him.
I was on something. I was on something earlier today, and I mentioned this, and I said to the people who I was speaking to, I said, hey, one of the things that we don't do enough of, and Jay Black, you got to listen to this. First and foremost, everything isn't always about you, so you need to work on that. That's a very bad headspace to be in. And if it is about you, then you should be making you happy. Lady Q and or your wife, it's not her job to make you happy. It's your job.
I'm
to
his
make
wife
you
today.
happy.
Yeah.
One of the real misnomers that we put out there in the universe all the time is this whole ideology of my significant other, whether it be my boyfriend or my girlfriend or my wife or my husband, they're what makes me happy. No, they're not what makes you happy. You're what makes you happy. Mm-hmm. What they do is add to the happiness. But your job is to make you happy.
6 hours in there, 6 hours, and no text,
Mike,
no nothing.
Look, Jay Black, in 6 hours, Jay Black, and this is because someone such as yourself has that kind of time on your hands. There are a million things that you can do that would be hopefully satisfying, gratifying to yourself. And I'm not talking about any sexual things. I'm talking about maybe doing. I'm talking about maybe doing a puzzle. I'm talking about maybe figuring out a hobby that you have. See, our problem is we get so caught up in trying to be in somebody else's or direct somebody else's story. The one thing that we don't truly understand and take to heart is the author, the director, the person who makes your story as fabulous as it is you. The other people and things that come in are characters. They're additions to the story, but they're not the story. And we have a very bad habit of going around telling people, Mike, controls my story. No, Mike doesn't. Mike comes in and he gets to be a character in the story, but he doesn't control the story. And when we start doing a better job of understanding that, living our lives in that particular manner and or utilizing that as a way of thinking and how we go about our lives, I promise you, you won't have insecurities. You won't have moments where you're worried about whether or not somebody has called you because you'll be too busy designing and writing your story to worry about that.
I'm a bit true transparency. When Stacey went to go to the New Edition with my cousin and her friend in New York, which is 2 hours away. So she got to drive. Then they went to my cousin's house. Then they got on a train. Then they went right to Madison Square Garden, got in the concert. Off the door, I already know you're not getting home till like 2 a.m. At best. Off the door. The concert don't end till like 11, whatever. And then I started pestering her with phone calls like around 1. Where you at? Like text. And you know what
being honest, Mike.
And you know how much I regret that stupidity? You know how much I regret? Why am the girl doesn't do anything. Mm-hmm. Yeah. She got to go out to see New Edition, a group.
But did she check in with you just to let you know, hey, Mike, all is good? I know.
See, you don't get it. You don't get it because it always goes back to you and you're the center of the universe. Just because I wanted to know where she was at doesn't mean I was right to pester her. Mm-hmm. She was fine. She did nothing wrong. She drove home. She got home like at 2:15, something like that. And I pestered her. Mm-hmm. For a concert I didn't want to go to, for a concert I knew was going to be in New York. So my insecurities decided to let me be a pain in the ass now. Bitch, you ain't want to go.
You could have went and been there.
You could have went. You ain't want to go. And I told myself, there are times when she'll be out with her mom, and I'll catch myself in the kitchen getting an attitude. I'm like, what are you getting an attitude for? Like, dog, just sit on the fucking couch and watch the game, which you wanted to do anyway.
Thank you, Mike.
I'm not gonna, and I gotta catch myself because it's my dad. That's my dad in me. My dad was a pain in the ass like that. Like he needs to know where
These
you're
are
at.
learned behaviors.
And I'm sitting there going like, I'm stressing myself, putting myself in a bad mood with a woman that I know ain't doing shit. That she ain't doing nothing.
And loves
who
you.
Loves you.
And loves you.
Yes.
That bottom line. And that's why I said it's so important that we start to understand that it is imperative to find things that you enjoy. Not to mention, and this, goes to what Mike is speaking to and even to what Mo is speaking to. If you're in a relationship, you need time away from your, what's so beautiful about when the person who you're with goes to spend time with their friends, goes to spend time with their parents or whatever. You get a chance to miss them. So when they do come back home, you go, you know what? I actually missed you. Don't you get sick and tired of a person sitting up under you all day, every day? You turn to the left, turn to the right, and they up under you? You want some time for self. I don't understand how and why people act as though finding time for self is a bad thing. That's a great, great thing.
What did they have on though? What did they wear when they left the house? What did they have on?
Damn you,
No, I'm
Jay
playing.
Black.
I'm playing.
Somebody divorce us I'm playing.
I'm playing.
I said that he was my husband.
It depends on what Mo was wearing. If Mo was wearing something,
an annulment right now
for 6 hours, and what did she wear?
First of all, Jay Black has always had an issue with what I wear. And good thing the person I'm with don't have that problem. Damn it. Because I think that everybody should have autonomy over what they wear, what they like, what their viewpoints are, and I think that should be celebrated even when you come together as a couple with someone else. I don't think that when you get with somebody or you marry somebody that they have the right to say, in order to make me feel comfortable, I know I'm a fucking psycho, but in order to make me feel comfortable, I need you to check in with me. You do that to children. You do that to children for their safety. You don't do that to your mate. Yes, a check-in to say, hey, babe, I made it to my destination. We all good. I see you when we get home is one thing. That's me showing you that I'm safe.
Just respect, not obligation, as Margie saying. It's respect.
The table. Because just like Amir, I am the queen of not checking in. My friends may say, girl, call me when you get home. I might get sidetracked and do something else and go to sleep. And then in the morning be like, girl, I made it. I'm so sorry. I forgot. Blah, blah, blah. But what you're talking about, Jay Black, is insecurities. It's controlling when you do that to your mate. When you make them
put her
feel
comment
that
back
there's
up.
a level of
I gotta get to these comments. Let me get to these comments. I don't get it. What's wrong with texting? We didn't say anything wrong with texting.
No.
I arrived. Perfectly fine. I'm home. Perfectly fine. Just respect, not obligation. We get it. We're saying you're out with your parents and 6 hours has gone by. If you don't check in with me, is there a problem with that? I don't have a problem with that. Some people have a problem that 6 hours you haven't checked in with me. That's different between saying I'm home.
Or let's dwindle it down
and
to
I
3
made
hours.
Oh, that's a long time.
Let's dwindle it down to 3 hours. It takes you an hour to get to your location. You sit down. It takes a good 30 minutes at a good restaurant, 30, 40 minutes for you to get your food to come out, right? So if you're calling your mate in that 3 hour period and you're saying in that 3 hour period, you've been disrespected because they haven't reached out to you or haven't talked to you, that's a problem. That's a problem.
You heard me, Ashley.
Yo, Stacey's notorious for getting to places and not texting me when she gets there. She's notorious.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop talking.
Does that bother you, Mike?
No, it's a joke now. I go, okay. I know you're there. And she'll go like, then she'll text back. She'll be like, my bad. I tell her, text me when you get home. She'll forget. I'm like, you're home, right? She go, yeah. And then she'll be like, damn, my bad. Look,
you probably could have just looked at the tracker and saw that she was home too. Though.
I don't have a tracker on.
Jay Black is the worst. Yo, you know what makes
Let me take this ring off. I'm never getting married. Just
I'm playing. I
smile about that because to Mike's point, and I say this all the time, even like you said, going out to lunch with your girlfriends or going out to lunch with your male friends. If you're gonna text me the whole time that I'm out at lunch, then you should have just come. I hate when people do that. Don't do that. If I tell you I'm going out, I'm going to be over here, that's first of all where I'm going to be. Secondly, if you feel like there needs to be dialogue the entire time that I'm there, then you should have just come. Don't tell people they can go do something and then disturb their peace when they go to do it. That's not how this should work.
Yeah.
You're supposed to give people the opportunity to have their peace and to be able to enjoy themselves.
I was just having fun, Amir. I don't think this, man. I was just having fun.
No, but I'm
having
sure. I'm
he
sure
absolutely
the
thinks
today,
this 1,000%. This is Bible study for him. He just talked out of the gospel of Jay Black. That is the gospel.
I was just there was some people that
6
think
hours.
Like that,
if you don't check it in 6 hours, he will tell you 6 hours is a long
come
time.
home.
We've been on the show for 3 hours.
Did you say don't come home?
I'm playing. I'm playing.
The
I'm
views
playing.
and the opinions that have been expressed today on this show by Jay Black are the views and the opinions of Jay Black.
Ashley want me to be who I am.
That's why she put the cry emoji, because she ain't got to be with you. All right, tomorrow we got another relationship question, which is hilarious. Text me. All right, let's get out of here. We're running late, even though we're not really running late because we got on here late. So we're actually we're making it up to y'all. All right, y'all, we're done. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that, and understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end. So enjoy every minute, every second. You fight for everything in life. Fight for your happiness, and never let anybody take it from you. Michael Shawn, Jay Black, Sexy Mo, Amir joined us. Shout out to Kevin Kirksey for joining us. Shawnee Scott will be back tomorrow, y'all. Yeah.
Michael Shawn and the TakeOver Legend, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in.